All right, we rolling. We rolling. How's the audio, y'all? How's the audio? Let me know if the audio's okay. We rolling. We got King Art in here. We got Rich Mills in here, my boy. You got Levy in here. What's going on? Come on now. Calvin in here. True Divine in here. We got Patrick in here. Come on, man. Come on. What is it? Kenshin in here. Okay, audio's good. Okay, cool. We got everybody rolling in. Everybody's rolling in. How y'all doing today? How are y'all doing today? This live stream is going to be special. I'm working on this little banner real quick so we could roll across so you guys can see it. This live stream is going to be special. Listen, y'all, this is one of those ones, man. Grab your popcorn. Please grab your popcorn. Please, please grab your popcorn. Let's see. Let me join the Brotherhood. Some of y'all know about the Brotherhood. Some of y'all know. Some of y'all know. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all know about it soon. All right, but I'll save that banner for now. Okay, this live is very, very special. And here's why. Today we're learning about self control. Okay, today we are learning about self control, something that a lot of people don't have. But after this live stream, you're gonna have it. It's gonna change your life forever. Okay. Let me read some more of the comments. We got my brother in here. MJ knows football. That's my actual brother. Y'all check out his YouTube channel. Much love to my brother in the building. Okay. Someone said they like the cat by social demand. I like the cat. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Just something different, different type of design. You know, Patrick said he's doing good on the way to the gym. Okay. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, bro, what's up? Hope you've been good. I'm at the gym right now. What do you think of people of a people split? Since I only go there 3 days a week. 3 days a week is all you need, bro. 3 days a week, that's the minimum right there. You good with that? You split that how you need to. You split that how you need to. You got that, bro. That's active. That's active. People think you got to be in the gym every day. You just need to be consistent. If you could go 3 times a week each week, come on, that's 24 times a month. See that? 3, 6, 9, 12. My bad. That's 12 times a month. Okay. It's 12 times a month. It's not bad. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. If the cap is fired, do you deliver to Africa? I believe it does deliver to Africa. Check the website. It should deliver to Africa, especially if you're in South Africa, for sure. Okay. It does deliver. Delivers everywhere. I believe so. I believe so. All right. One of the main things that people are battling is what? Can somebody type it in the comments? We doing this live stream together. Because here's the beautiful part. Y'all have the gift of awareness. Y'all have the gifts that I'm about to speak about. It's a gift. When we talk about how to break free from addictions or how to break free and have self control is a gift. Because once you have self control, you change your whole life around. You'll never go back. Understand that. Once you have self control, it's very hard for y'all to go back. I see the word right there. Y'all said it, lust. Lust is one of the main things. Lust is what self-control and lust. There we go. Lust is one of the main things that society's battling right now. And the funny part is when we bring up lust, they look at us like we're weird. They look at us like we're weird for trying to conquer lust. You understand what I'm saying? They look at us like we weird because that's how lustful society has become. And people can do what they want. But over here, we're doing our best to be purpose driven, locked in, and have self control in our lives. Right? I got True Divine saying self control, lust, consistency, discipline. Right, right. These are the things that are plaguing society. People who don't have these things, people who don't have self control, people who are battling with us, people who are not consistent, people who are not disciplined. Right? Sexual immorality. Y'all saying it. Y'all know it, and we see it. Okay. So one of the main things when it comes to defeating these things and having self-control in your life is looking in the areas of your life where you believe you lack control. All right. So I hope y'all taking notes. You know what? I'm gonna take notes with y'all. I got my purpose-driven journal right here. Let's do it. Let's do it. Purpose-driven journal right here. Same as the hat, man. Try to be creative when we create things, you know. So what did I just say, y'all? What did I just say? We're about to put it in notes right now. The first thing, right, that we have to understand is in order to have self-control, okay, and I'm taking notes with y'all. We're doing this together. We're doing this together. In order to have self-control, what do we need? We need to look at the areas of our life where we're losing control. So you have to look at the areas of your life right? I'm writing this down. I'm writing this down. When you write things down, you retain the information better. Don't be in this live stream if you just hopping in and out. You could go. I'm trying to talk to people who's actually trying to learn and educate themselves. All right. We family in here. We do things together. We really trying to lock in. So self-control starts with what? Look at the areas of your life where you don't have control in. So as I'm writing this down, I need y'all to let me know something. Okay. Because now when it comes to this channel and everything that we do, a lot of the things that we're talking about techniques, things to get you from point A to point B. I made 700 videos on this channel. Okay, 700 videos. A lot of those videos do talk about the things that you can do to change your life, right? But now we're diving deeper into those things. This is step 2. This is phase 2. Okay. So what I need you guys to do is let me know the areas of your personal life or the areas in people's lives in general nowadays where you believe they don't have the best self-control with. I can name one. I think people's diet, right? When we talk about food, that's an area of life where people are lacking self-control, right? Food. Okay. What else y'all got for me? I think food is one of them. People lack self-control in food. We talked about lust already, so we can put that as well. People lack self-control when it comes to lust, right? The lustful nature. Someone said drug addiction. DT said drug addiction. I believe that is true. Yes, drug addiction still going on in society, right? Numbers, I believe they said numbers have gotten a little bit better when it comes to certain things, but overall, it's still a huge problem. So drug abuse, right? Drug addiction, pornography. Yes, that is one of them. A lack of self-control, right? And what does that mean? What does a lack of self-control mean? It means that it is destroying you in a way. It means that if you keep doing it, that there will be negative effects in your life. Okay. Someone put lying. Someone puts, I seen Golden Child. That's my bro right there. Golden Child put spending, right? People spending habits. Talked about that earlier, right, bro? People who are not spending when it comes to investing in themselves and things that they know that's good for them, right? Versus people who do. That shows you who's going to get ahead. What are we spending on? Someone said technology. I agree with that. I'm writing all this down. Technology. Okay. Someone said, and there's a reason why we're doing this. There's a reason why we're talking about all the areas where people are struggling with. There's a reason. And I'm going to tell y'all soon. Someone put finances. I don't want to say someone. I want to say y'all names. My apologies. JB said finances. DT again coming back with another good one. Again, money, right? What is the relationship that we have with money? That's great. I see Samaj putting bad habits over. Hey, that's good, bro. That's gonna get to the point that I'm saying. Bad habits, that encompasses everything. Okay, my brother, this is my blood brother. MJ knows football. That's my blood brother. Okay, MJ knows football. My brother said not being grateful. Beautiful answer, Mikhail. Not being grateful. I'm writing that down. Love my brother, man. He's so smart. He just started middle school, man. Y'all put W's in the chat for my brother real quick. He just started middle school. W's in the chat for my little brother. Okay, we got Rich Mills spending money on OF. Right. OnlyFans again goes to that lust. That's important. Okay, someone put women, someone put gossip. So we gonna end it there. That's about. I wrote down like 20 things. Real talk. I'm writing. Okay, I'm writing. Oh, y'all put W's in the chat for him. So sweet, man. Appreciate y'all. So here's what it is, right? All of these things are connected. Some of y'all probably could have guessed that was the answer. I probably should have asked y'all because y'all smart. Y'all would have already known it. All of these things are connected. When we're addressing issues like lust, people think that, oh, I don't have a lust problem. I don't have a lust problem. Lust is beyond the sexual forces. Lust is greed. When you are lustful, you are greedy. You have no self-control. In order to have self-control, you have to look at all the areas of your life that doesn't have self-control, that you don't have the best control over, that you can get better at. Okay. So once you have self-control, guess what happens? You start to get better in every area of your life. Once you start to self-improve in one area, you will then begin to get better in other areas of your life. Someone said, how do you have self-control with no discipline? Right? You can't. You need discipline. And so when you are beginning to, let's say, for example, be disciplined in the gym, right? When you're disciplined in the gym, guess what? It's impossible for you not to become disciplined with your diet. Then it's impossible for you not to become disciplined with your finances. Y'all see what I'm saying? I'm starting to, hey, we cooking, y'all. We cooking together because we came to this point together. It's all connected. Discipline is not an isolated thing. You can't just be disciplined in the gym and you're not disciplined in other areas. Eventually, all the areas of your life become to get better. Here's why. Because discipline is a identity. Discipline is an identity. If you want to know what an identity is, no matter what your faith is, when you open up scripture, when you open up the Bible, when you open up the Quran, when they're talking about God, when they're talking about Jesus, when they're talking about God having faith, what do they describe God as? They say God is love. You guys ever found that interesting? That means when you have love for somebody, you are feeling what God feels like. You're feeling the essence of God. That's some game for y'all. That's beautiful. No matter what you believe, right? That is something for you to remember. So when you describe something, someone, when you describe yourself, you need to say, I am disciplined. This is the point that I've reached in my life where I'm like, listen, I am disciplined. I'm not practicing discipline. I want to reach a point where when people describe me, they say that's discipline right there. You open up a dictionary and you can see his face right there. That's important, right? So that's how all areas of your life begins to get better because you become disciplined. The problem is, and this is why when people try to teach people discipline, I'm not saying that. Listen, I'll just say this. Nobody does it like how we do it over here. I don't take the credit. I give it to God. What happens is people are telling you to be disciplined in only one area of your life. Oh, you need to be disciplined in the gym. Here's how you become disciplined in the gym. Instead of people saying, here's how you can shift your identity to becoming a disciplined individual. Here's how you can shift your identity to becoming a person of self-control. Here's how you shift your identity. So how do you shift your identity? You shift your habits. You shift how you think about yourself. So this is a brain problem, not an action problem. If the question is if you guys are capable, you guys are all capable. If the question is, do you guys have the energy to change your life? Yes, you have the energy to change your life. This is why 95% of my videos, I don't scream unless I want to raise my voice. Most people who are motivational speakers or, they're getting on YouTube and stuff like that. No shade to nobody. I love everybody that's trying to change somebody's life. I'm never going to talk down on anybody that's trying to do positive work. I just choose to do it different. I'm not going to scream at you like that because I don't think you have an energy problem. I don't think you have a capable problem. I think the way that we think about ourselves, the way that we operate, right, our mindset, I think that's what we need to fix. So when you're trying to change somebody's mindset, do you scream at them? Hey, you need to change your mindset. No, chill. You have to expose to them the ways in which they think about themselves. So that's what I'm about to do to you right now. Would you guys describe yourself as a disciplined person, or would you describe yourself as somebody that has to attain discipline? If you keep thinking that discipline needs to be attained, I have something for you. You will never be disciplined and you will never be having self-control. Discipline is something that you choose to do right now. Starting right now, my mindset is I'm a disciplined individual. Starting right now, your mindset has to be, I have self-control and I'm going to start exercising that. And it doesn't mean that you're perfect, but I promise you'll start to see progress because you now identify as a person of discipline. You now identify as a person of self-control instead of saying, I'm trying to attain self-control. Is somebody hearing me right now? If you're hearing me right now, comment the word discipline. If you're hearing me right now, comment the word discipline. Okay. Who's hearing me right now? When you identify with something, it becomes part of your essence, part of your DNA, and then it becomes part of what you do. Then it becomes part of what you do. So you start to have more discipline in all areas of your life because you chose to be disciplined. Discipline is a choice. It is not a destination. Nobody knows this. I don't know why we don't understand this. Not you guys. I'm talking about people who are in my position as a coach. Right? I've never heard this anywhere else. This is because of God. This is because of my connection with God. I give God all the glory. God has revealed to me that if I want to be a disciplined person, it's not something that I have to attain. It's a mindset. It's something that I need to identify as. It is a choice. You choose to be disciplined or not. It's not something that you have to just attain. We think that discipline is something to be attained. But when you think like that, you never reach it. Why do you never reach it? because it's this invisible idea of what you think discipline is, instead of you just saying, I'm disciplined. And when you say I'm disciplined, you start to find the areas of your life where you could be more disciplined with. Remember that list that we made earlier where we could be more disciplined with, right? Think about it. Look at the areas of your life where you don't have control in. These are your answers for what you guys believe yourself and people that you know or people that you see in society don't have good control with. We mentioned food, we mentioned lust, we mentioned drugs, we mentioned pornography, we mentioned lying, we mentioned overspending, we mentioned the overuse of technology, right? We mentioned finances where we're not spending our money or investing our money in things that we know will benefit us. We talked about bad habits. We talked about not being grateful. We talked about people spending money on OnlyFans. We talked about people gossiping. When you identify as a person of discipline, you can change all of that today. This is not some magical, but this is the gift of understanding who you are. You are a person with choice. You choose discipline. It's not something that you have to reach. It is not a destination. Will you get better? Once you choose discipline, will you get better at discipline as time goes on? Yes, you get better at it. But once a disciplined person, always a disciplined person. What made me disciplined? What switched me? Not that this is about me, but I think my story can help your story. And my mother's in the chat too. My mother is the one that raised me, along with my grandfather, along with a lot of people in my life who were mentors, who poured into me. One thing that I always did as a kid is I always perked my ears and I always listened. And one thing that I learned about life since I was a little kid was that hard work is going to get you to where you want to go. So I realized that life is not all fun and games very quickly, because I saw my mother do everything that she had to do to take care of me and her family. You understand? To take care of me and my little brother. So when I see that, when I see a woman doing that as a man, I'm looking in the mirror like, okay, if my mom can do that, what can I do? So that's my driving force when it comes to being disciplined, when it comes to being a disciplined individual. It's understanding that life is difficult. But once you accept that life is difficult, it no longer becomes difficult. I'm going to repeat that one more time because that's the second part. And I need you to write that down. So in order, right? What did we just understand? We understand that we have to look at the areas of our life where we don't have control in. The second thing that we understand is that, and write this down, I'm writing it down with you. We understand that discipline, okay, this is how we have self-control, y'all. We understand that discipline is not a destination. What is discipline? Discipline, it is an identity. It is an identity. It is what you choose. Discipline, write this down, y'all. Discipline is a choice. It is not a destination. You do not become disciplined by saying 5 years from now, I'm going to be the most disciplined man. No, right? Jay put in here, enjoy the journey. Yes, enjoy the journey. I see you, Theodore. Have a great night. Enjoy the journey. So discipline is not a destination. It is an identity. It is a choice. Okay. Someone said it. You're either disciplined or you're not. Exactly. Why do we say things like that? Because it's an identity. That's why we have those quotes. It's either you're disciplined or you're not. What does that mean? It means it's a choice. Because again, energy is not a concern. Capability is not a concern. You all are capable. You all have the energy to change your life. I believe that. So if energy is not the concern, what is it? It's the ways in which we think about ourselves. And so here's the third thing, right? Here's the third thing. Here's the quote. When you accept that life is difficult, right? I'm writing it down. Write it down with me. Then life no longer becomes difficult. The problem is we don't accept that this is life. Life is going to life you. You ever heard that? You ever heard that life is going to life and there's nothing we can do about it? That is true. Life is hard. Life is difficult. But once you accept it, it's no longer as difficult as it once was. For example, I built this chair the other day, like I think like a week back or something. This chair was one of the hardest things that I ever had to build. I could go down the list of things that I've built. I built this very table that my laptop is on right now. This chair was one of the hardest things that Brother Malik ever had. Are y'all hearing me? It was the hardest thing. I wanted to quit. I wanted to walk away. But what I did was I had a mental switch and I said, I know that eventually I'm going to have to figure out how to build this chair. I can't quit. I accept that life is difficult. Now that I accept that life is difficult, it no longer became difficult. This is just what life is. We have a problem accepting life. We have a problem accepting that things are not always going to go our way. We have a problem accepting that. And because we have a problem accepting that, we don't execute the best that we can execute. Oh, it doesn't matter if I overeat today. I'll get on it tomorrow. Oh, it doesn't matter that I'm not locked in. I'll lock in tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. I don't believe in tomorrow. I believe in the present moment. I believe in the right now. And that's why it took me 4 hours to build this chair nonstop. And I didn't stop until it was built because I accepted that life is difficult and that allowed me to show up in my life. And when people don't accept that life is difficult, they don't show up. Do you guys get y'all? I know y'all get what I'm saying. When we don't accept that life is difficult, we don't show up. Because you think that life is supposed to be a different way. You think that life is supposed to be something different. Oh, life isn't supposed to be hard. No, I don't accept this. Your boss is asking you to come in. You see everybody getting fired and you don't want to work overtime. You don't want to work overtime. Work overtime. Yeah. Life is difficult. But that's going to help to bring you to a whole nother level. That overtime money, you could put it in your bank account and keep it rolling for a rainy day. You see what I'm saying? So someone said, how can I get in contact with you about being a guest on my podcast? Email me, okay? Email me. So I want us to understand that once we accept that life is difficult, it no longer becomes as difficult. That's point number 3. That's point number 3. Okay. So again, let's do it one more time. What's that first point? Self-control. How do we have self-control? You have to look at the areas of your life where you don't have that much control in. Once you do that, you understand that discipline is not a destination. It is an identity. Discipline is a choice. You have to choose to be disciplined. That's how you change the things that you need to change in your life. Now, I'm going to ask you guys a question. From a scale of 1 to 10, how disciplined do you believe you were before this live stream? So before we started this live stream together, if you had to rate your discipline, how disciplined would you say you are? And you could explain, you could put a number, you can explain, because now we know that discipline is not a number. Right? So Levy thought that he was a 7.5 in discipline. But now we know that Levy's a 10 because Levy now understands that discipline is a choice. And as long as you choose discipline, that becomes part of your character. Right? Coach Unshaken said you're doing God's work. I appreciate that. All glory to God. Right? Director Donna says 7.5. Right? Investment says 6. Right? Ray says 7. My little brother says 6.8. I really think he in 11. He humble. Golden Child said 8.5. JB said 7. Rich Mill said 9.5, sometimes a 9.7. Noah said maybe like a 5, but now I know it's almost not an option. It's a choice. You have to do it like you said, right? Calvin put 2. MD's Hope Podcast put 9, and I will respond to your email. I promise you that. Ethan put 7. Okay. MJ Knows Football put LOL. Malato put 0. Coach Unshaken put 8. So what's the point here? These numbers, sometimes when we think about ourselves and we think about how disciplined we are, because it's not a 10, and 10 doesn't mean that you're perfect. 10 means that's your identity. Now we know that. When you think of your discipline, I'm disciplined most times. Now you're leaving space and you're leaving room to not be disciplined. This is how you thought of yourself before the live stream. You thought of yourself as a 5. You thought of yourself as a 6. You thought of yourself as an 8. You thought of yourself as a 9. But when you switch positions and you say, nah, discipline is a mindset, discipline is a choice. You either choose to be disciplined or not. You're a 10. There's no space for error. If you do make an error, that's okay. You give yourself grace, but you are human, right? It's not about perfection. It's just about knowing who you choose to be. If you choose to be disciplined, then that's your identity. You're disciplined. You're disciplined. You're disciplined. So we're at the 25-minute mark. I'm going to leave room and space for questions, and I got some answers for you. And we're going to still make sure the questions are on the topic that we're speaking on. Self-control, discipline. It could be about lust and things of that sort. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to introduce something that a very few limited amount of people can be in. Some of you already know because we DM'd about it and your spot is being held. Okay. But right now, all right, some people's spot being held, but right, I'm letting y'all know it's moving. It's moving. DM me on Instagram. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. This is not going to happen often. DM me on Instagram or email me the word brotherhood. The word brotherhood. Okay. This is a special announcement. This is also part of the reason why this live stream is special. If you want to work with me closer and you want to work with a group of brothers that are locked in, purpose driven, and are ready to take their life to the next level, email me or DM me the word brotherhood. Okay. The word brotherhood. It is an investment in yourself. If you guys didn't know, people who speak to me all the time on a one-on-one consultation, I get, messages all the time. The consultations are $300 and upwards, depending on what people want to talk about and for how long. This program is only $100. Okay. $100. Group coaching, $100. DM me brotherhood if that's something that you are interested in. All right. If you have questions about that as well, we can talk about it. Okay. Weekly coaching, and you are automatically in the chosen ones. You're automatically in the chosen ones when you join the brotherhood. All right. And if you're already in the chosen ones and you want to be part of the brotherhood, you can cancel chosen ones, join brotherhood. Okay. But you first need to DM me because I want to make sure that you are a good fit. This is not for everybody. This is not for everybody. This is for people who really want to work with me and take their life to the next level. Okay. We already have people in the program. Okay. There's already people in the brotherhood. All right. So make sure that you DM me about it. We could talk more about it. And if you have questions about it, I would love to answer that for you. I will talk more about it within the live stream. But right now I want to open the floor to some questions. Okay. And just like everything that I ever created, from merch to the book, all right, all of these are resources that people have asked me for. People ask for cheaper consultations. People ask for an opportunity to network and grow. People ask for a group of men. I listen. One thing about me is I listen. All right, I listen, and I created this is specifically for the people who are ready to elevate. All right, I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. We're gonna talk more about it. Y'all can ask questions about it. All right. Let's see here. Sidetrack real quick. Discipline is great, but make sure you have systems in place that creates habits as well. Most definitely. Everything goes back to habits. everything goes back to habits. But in order to have the right habits, you got to have the right mindset. And like a lot of it is mindset. It's how we think. It's how we operate. It's how we move. If we're not moving right, if we're not thinking right, then nothing else could be right. It starts with up here first, right? It starts with up here first. Okay. So whatever questions y'all got, we could go ahead and move into the Q&A part of it. All right. MJ put, this is for people who ready to lock in, not lock out. Yeah. That's what it is. That's what it is. He know. Yeah, it's time. It's time, man. Like, and it's time. It's time to elevate. It's time to elevate. Like, I'm ready to work with y'all. And I don't want price to be a barrier. That's why it's $100. $100. You get to speak to me 4 times a month. 4 times a month. God put that on my heart, man. Like, it's not about money. It's about impact. It's about impact. It's about elevation. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're ready, lock in with me, DM me or email me the word brotherhood. All right. My DMs are open on Instagram and we'll have a conversation and I can see how I can help you the most. Okay. So Louise put, I feel like I outgrew my security job and want to grow, but I can tell I got comfortable in it and getting a new job is intimidating. How do I prepare to switch jobs? I want to get into counseling. Okay. All right. Don't leave the job. I need you to understand the economy right now. This is something that I understand. That's part of why I made the brotherhood program too when it comes to coaching calls. All right. Times are not easy. So what I would do is I would make sure that I stay at that job for a little longer and I would stack up. Now, I don't know how much money you have saved, but if you have enough money saved, okay, then you will definitely be able to make this transition. What I would say is this: work that job, work your security job. Yes, you outgrew it, but as men, sometimes we do things that we don't want to do in order to get to where we want to go. That's called self-control. That's called discipline. You know that you have a higher calling, right? But you have to do the things that you have to do in order to get there. Same thing with me. I knew that this is what I wanted to do for my life, was to help people. But God did not put me in this position overnight. I had to earn it. I have released over 700 videos. Are y'all hearing me? I released over 700 videos on YouTube before I could get into a position to even dare ask people to be part of a group coaching call, to even get to this position where you can trust me to take you to the next level. God put me through the ringer. God put me through ups and downs. This is your testimony. Don't rush your story. You got a security job, stack up for a little bit. And while you're working security, apply to other jobs, right? Apply to the counseling. You understand? Apply to the jobs that you want. Apply to the jobs that you want while you're working secure. Do not leave the security job. Your security job is keeping you secure. Louise, are you understand? You understand what I'm saying? Your security job is keeping you secure, bro. Okay? Stay at your security job for a little bit. And this is coming from somebody that is a dream chaser. I love to go after dreams. I believe that we can accomplish anything we put our mind to, but we have to do it in a smart way. We cannot just move. We can't just say, I'm tired of this job, I'm ready to quit. You know the economy. You know what's going on. Stay at the job for a little bit. And when you stay at that job, make sure that you are applying to the jobs that you actually want while still working that job. And the reason why I say that, I know that's more work, but you're capable. I know you're capable and you want to have a fallback. So let's say that the jobs don't get back to you, and I believe that they will, because you have a calling. When you have a calling, you need to do it, right? I believe that they will. But at least you have a fallback and you have a source of income. Okay. And then when that job that you do want, when they get back to you, then you put in your 2 weeks notice at the security job. And a security job, unless somebody really loves being security, a security job at the end of the day for a lot of people is a means to an end. So I think you already came into this security job knowing that you were going to leave one day. Well, the time is coming. The time is coming. And this is a great question. I'm glad you asked this question. The time is coming. And once you feel that you have outgrown something, that means that there are blessings on the other side. That means that there are blessings on the other side. Once you believe that you have outgrown something. Okay. So I want you to keep that in mind. All right. I want you to keep that in mind. I want you to keep that in mind. Benny asks, is there a Discord or group chat for the brotherhood? There will be a group chat for the brotherhood. It just got created yesterday. It just got created yesterday. We got people in there already. Our first meeting will be next week. Okay. And it will be part of the chosen ones meeting, because brotherhoods are part of the chosen ones. So chosen ones have one meeting each month. And then the brotherhood, we have 3 separate meetings with just the brothers. On top of that, the chosen ones. So the first week where we meet is next week. We're going to have a group chat and everything. And we're going to be meeting weekly. DM me, Benny. DM me on Instagram. If you have an Instagram, DM me and we could talk more about it for sure. But yes, we will have a group chat. Essentially, you guys we'll have probably like a WhatsApp group chat. You guys will have my number. You'll be able to talk to me and stuff like that. It's a lot more personal. It's a lot more personal. You know, and once you get my number, please don't spread my number, bro. Okay, I don't need random numbers calling me. Once y'all get my number, all right, just don't share the numbers just for you. Once you join, that number is just for you. I'm gonna need a business phone. All right, I'm gonna need a business phone for real. All right, let's see. You and Top Tier Man are doing God's work. Big thanks, you, Malik. Hey, for sure, man. Shout out Top Tier Man. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody that's doing positive work, I got love for them. It's not a lot of people that do this type of stuff. This type of stuff is how we actually change lives. So I mean, shout out to him. Francesca, what's going on? What's going on? All right, let's see. Let's see. Got to grab the merch ASAP. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Let's see. Moving into a new job that's paying really well. How do I stay disciplined within my finances? This is my first corporate job. Let's go. Congratulations. Especially nowadays, man, in order to get a job, it's like you got to jump through hoops. You got here's what it is. You got to have a good relationship with God. Real talk. Like nowadays, we have to truly trust our gut on what God wants us to do. We have to do things with purpose, and we have to always be in alignment. So what I would say, brother, is stay in alignment. The same way that you thanked God when you got that job, the same way that you were praying, the same way you felt before you got the job. Hear me out. The same way you were praying for that job, and now you got that job and it's paying well. Make sure that you stay in alignment and you continue your prayers. You continue that relationship with God and everything that you do. I already know that you prayed for the job. Because it's crazy times. If you ain't pray for the job, I don't think you was going to get that job. Okay, it's crazy times. So what I'm saying is this. Make sure your relationship with God is up to par. Once you invite God into everything, including your finances, you'll start spending money on things that can add value back to you. Do not spend money on things that will not give you back value. Do not spend money on things that will not give you back value. The last thing that I bought was a book. The Power of the Subconscious Mind. This was the last thing that I bought. It was a book. You understand? And I'm not saying that you can only buy books. I'm saying that it's time for us to actually invest in ourselves. So once you invest in yourself and you're doing things that will help you to reach the next level, that's also how you keep money. That's how you make money. That's how you change your mindset. You understand? So if you're going to buy something, make sure it brings back some sort of value. If you're going to buy food, make sure it's healthy. So when you eat that food, you know that it's keeping you out the hospital. You're eating good food. You might spend a little bit more money on good food, but it's saving you from an expensive hospital bill. That's what I'm talking about, right? So what are we spending our money on, right? So you stay disciplined within your finances by asking yourself, do I really need this? Is this something that I actually need? Is this something that I could benefit from? Is this something that can help me reach my goals and dreams or not? Why am I going to buy this new pair of shoes when the pair of shoes, I buy 2 new pairs of shoes each year? 2. Y'all probably thought it was more, or maybe y'all thought it was less. Maybe 2 was a lot, right? But I like to cap it at 2 unless I feel like there's a necessity for why I need a new shoe, meaning my other shoes are falling apart. I wear the same shoes every day. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. It's New Balance. I wear New Balance shoes. I got 2 different New Balance shoes, and it's the main shoes that I wear every day. I don't care how much money I make. I don't care how successful I am. I remember where I came from. Just because you got a new job don't mean that you need 1,000 pairs of shoes. It doesn't mean that you need 1,000 shirts. So once you have the things that you truly need, be comfortable in using those things. You don't always need the latest and greatest. For example, I upgraded my phone last year. I'm not trying to upgrade my phone for the next 3 or 4 years. I don't want to upgrade my phone. I feel like Apple at this point, they taking our money. If my phone worked good, my phone worked good. Am I right? Do y'all feel what I'm saying? W's in the chat if you holding on to your iPhone. Every year is a new phone. They trying to trick us. They trying to, y'all don't see it. And then every year they raise the price. Listen, I'm a huge fan of Steve Jobs, and I'm on an Apple device right now. This is my MacBook. It never failed me. It's smooth. I do a lot on here. I'm gonna have Zoom meetings on here, for the brotherhood. So I pray to God that my laptop continues to run smooth. Shout out Apple. I think Apple be waxing people, man. I think Apple be waxing people. And so me and my mom, like we upgrade our phones. We wait a couple years. We don't upgrade every single year because I don't think it's worth it. And I think they really trying to wax us. They trying to tax us. So what I'm saying is, don't upgrade your phone again, if something's working in your life, that's how you have financial discipline. And then you able to invest in something like the brotherhood where, you know what I'm saying? Where you can continue to get financial gain, bro, and make more money, because I'm trying to let y'all know what I'm investing in. Me and my wife, we're investing, I'm starting to make a little bit of something. I'm trying to invest and put it up for our future kids and stuff. We got goals and dreams to reach. Y'all got to know about investments and Roth IRAs. And y'all got to know about these things, man. That's some of the stuff we talking about in the brotherhood. I'm trying to make y'all more money. I ain't trying to take your money. I'm trying to make you more money. Y'all don't see artificial intelligence? Man, artificial intelligence is coming, bro. We have to have money saved up, stacked up, because AI is going to come for people's jobs. And I ain't going to lie, it's scary. And I'm not one for fear. I believe in God, so we going to be good. But at the end of the day, the way that AI is moving, it's moving like crazy. It's doing crazy stuff now. You understand? AI could build you a website in 5 seconds. What we doing? That's too quick. AI's moving real fast. So all I'm saying is this. Now is the time to actually learn financial literacy. And I'm not a huge financial literacy coach, but I know what I need to know in order to protect my family and I. As soon as your check come, when people say put 30% away for savings, do that. This is not the time to play with money. It's either you're investing in yourself, buying healthy food, or putting your money away. Let's talk about it. That's what it is. That's what it is. Keep it up. Love your content. Hey, I appreciate that a lot, brother. I appreciate that a lot. Let's see. Said, I hear you. That's good. You got this for sure. All right. What is the difference between the new brotherhood and the one that already was? Because I subscribed like this week to the one you already have for the Help on Lust. Yes. So the Help on Lust, that is called the Chosen One. So you have all the master classes on Lust, and you get one community call a week. The brotherhood is for people who are ready to work more closely with me. So they want more accountability. They want more, and now it's exclusively for men, and they want to talk about evolving, breaking through, doing the things that they need to do to get to the next level. That's that extra step. That's that extra help. That's that extra investment that they're making in themselves, so they have access to me more. Okay, so it's weekly coaching calls, weekly group coaching calls. Right? It's as if you were having a one-on-one consultation with me, because whatever you need help with, you'll be able to get that every single week. So the Chosen Ones gets that once a month, right? Which is still really good. Like the Chosen Ones is really good because you get to have an extra live stream about, the things that you want to speak to me about. You come up on live and you're able to speak to me. So that's the Chosen Ones. But the brotherhood takes it to the next level. They're going to be speaking with me weekly. So if you believe that you need more guidance, if you believe that you need to speak to me weekly, if you want to make that investment, do it. It's worth it. And then people in the brotherhood, they have access to the Chosen Ones as well. So if you're in the brotherhood, you're automatically in the Chosen Ones. Right? So that's why the brotherhood is $100 a month, because they're speaking to me more and they have access to me, and they're able to text me, able to communicate with me more and get that extra help. All right. And that's how we break through. It's just that extra investment. If you're ready for it, I know I'm ready for it, then that's what it is, could you talk about some of your struggles with discipline? Most definitely. For me, it was hard for me to be disciplined when I wanted to start new things, right? So whenever I introduced something new into my life, I noticed that discipline became a little bit harder for me. Now, I saw myself as a disciplined individual, and I knew that I would be able to get it under control. I knew that I'd be able to actually make progress in my life, but I also knew that it would take a little bit of time. It doesn't mean that I'm not disciplined. It means that I'm introducing something new to my life. So I gave myself grace. What am I speaking about? I'm speaking about the gym. When I first started going to the gym, I didn't really want to go. It was hard. It was difficult, and I didn't know how to use the equipment. This is when I was 17 to 18 years old. As I went more, I started to learn more about the gym. I would actually walk up to people and just ask them, hey, what does this equipment do? Right? My mom, she has a friend, and that person taught me about the gym as well. So family, friends also, like I learned from people. I never acted like I knew everything. And when I was in college, there was a point where I went to the gym and I was trying my best to understand certain machines, and I was a newbie. The more I went, the more consistent I became, the more I learned, the more comfortable I became in the gym. So not comfortable as in I don't want to do it, but actually finding comfort in the things that we don't want to do. That comes with doing it over and over and over again, which means you have to force yourself to take action. So when I started going to the gym, I forced myself to go to the gym. I forced myself. And in college, it was in Syracuse, New York. Syracuse, if you know anything about Syracuse, it is one of the snowiest places in the world. It wins awards for being the snowiest place like in America. It has won multiple awards throughout the year. It was so much snow. If you want to know where I'm from Miami, Florida. Okay, that's where my family's from, right? My immediate family. I'm from Miami, Florida. I moved to New York for college. Okay. I would walk in the snow 2 times a day at some point because I was forcing myself to get comfortable with something new in my life. Right. I was forcing myself to get comfortable going to the gym. I didn't want it to be a barrier. And then I did this. I took one step at a time. I realized that if I keep thinking about the gym, I'm going to also put barriers in my life that don't actually need to be there. So then I'm realizing, oh my gosh, why am I thinking about the gym when it's so far away? I need to think about getting ready for the gym. So you put on your undershirt, put on your pants, you put on your shoes, then you walk out the door. Then you get to walk into the gym, or you hop on a bus, or you hop in a car. Step by step. Slow down the process. Life does not have to be rushed. We want to do things. We want to be disciplined with things, but we want to do it overnight. We want to be perfect overnight. Nah, just take one step. Just take one step. If you keep thinking about the final destination, you're probably not going to take that next step that needs to be taken for you to get there. So just worry about the next step in front of the next step in front. Worry about each step that you're taking. Worry about each step that you're taking. Right. And so, that was my struggle with discipline. And I overcame it by doing those things, taking one step at a time. Right. Taking one step at a time. Thank you, bro. Love the response. You so welcome. You so welcome, fam. So welcome, fam. Struggling really hard with loving myself and being okay with just me. Got anything on that? I know it's kind of vague. Most definitely. Most definitely. You have to understand that you are somebody that, talking about struggle, no pun intended, you probably overcome a lot of struggle. You should be proud of yourself for everything that you've had to deal with in life and for you to still be standing right here where you're at. We all have a story and we've all been through some sort of struggle. We've all had some sort of ups and downs. And it's really important for you to understand that you've made it this far in your life. So that's what I got. Be proud of yourself and give yourself grace. A lot of times we think about ourselves in negative ways. Again, it goes to our mindset. Why do we think about ourselves in negative ways? Because we want to be somebody that we're currently not. But you have to be focused on who you currently are. And you have to focus on how you can make the most of who you are and how you can make the most of where you're at in your life. Once you slow life down, you start to realize that it's actually pretty beautiful. Once you stop for a little bit and you smell the roses, you start going on walks, you start reading books, you start investing in yourself, you start doing the things that you need to do, you start to realize that life, there's a lot of beauty to it. There's a lot of beauty to it. So part of loving yourself is loving the experience that you're having in life. A lot of times it's our experience that makes us not like ourselves. But there's a lot to be grateful for. Practicing gratitude for the things that are in your life, it will make you grateful for being who you are. So I would start with gratitude. I would start with God. You understand? Like, there's so much to be grateful for. Roof over our head, water. All of us, 86 of us right now in this live stream. What are we doing? Look at what we're talking about. Right? Like, no shade to any other person who wants to watch whatever or any type of other content, but I know what we're doing over here. We're talking about things that will change our life and improve our life. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing at Wednesday. It's Wednesday, and look what we're doing. That's special. Like, that's special. So don't just look at the struggles of life or the struggles of who you are, or look at the beauty of life too. Change your perspective on things. Look at how far you've come. Look at how much you've overcome. And you have so much more to go. You have so much more to go. You got so much more. So, give yourself some grace. Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. We got Arch by Ware in here. Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Okay, this is the next one. Aaron Joshua. Like that name. Hey, bro, just tapped in. Wanted to share some insight on his title. Honestly, having a relationship with God is everything. Whenever I'm undisciplined in all aspects, I just anchor back to prayer. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's huge, bro. Having that relationship with God, it carries you through moments where you can't carry yourself, right? Having a relationship with God carries you through moments that you can't carry through yourself, right? So this was at 7:09. Black Magic said, "What's the brotherhood? Do you know it now? Because this was at 7:09. You know what it is now? I don't want to repeat too much if you don't know what it is. I'll talk about it more a little later before we end off, though. But we're just getting started. How can I step away from a person the right way? I feel that person is holding me back. I feel like I can do so much more, but I feel stuck in a cycle. You have to you have to express how the relationship is not making you your best self the way that you would have hoped. And because the relationship is not making you your best self the way that you would have hoped, you cannot be your best self for that person, and you can't be what that other person needs you to be, because you can't even be your fullest potential around that person. Right? So you don't got to tell that person, "Hey, you're holding me back." "Hey, you're holding me back." You don't have to tell them that. You don't have to tell them that. But what you can say is, because this relationship is not making me the best that I can be, and hey, that's not your fault. You are who you are, but I can't fully be who I want to be, or I can't reach my full potential here. That means that I can't be the best for you, which means that we should probably part ways and go our separate ways. That's how I would do it, because that's the truth. That's the truth. You're not being your best self around that person. So why be around that person? So the right thing to do is to just be honest and leave with grace and love and wish that person the absolute best. But especially as men, hey Nick, sometimes, man, we gotta do what we gotta do, man. We gotta rip that band-aid, and we just gotta do what we gotta do in a respectful manner. And as long as you're respectful, you did the best that you could, and you move forward with your life. All right. Arch by Ware said, "I had just ordered my purpose driven hat yesterday. Can't wait to get it. Let's go. Let's go." Hey, I'm happy for you to wear it. Let people know who you are. Let people know what you represent. It's a movement. It's like we on purpose. We on purpose, man. Like what else is there? What else is there? We on purpose. We're focused. We're locked in. We're locked in. So I can't wait for you to wear it and let people know, who you are before they even meet you. That's what the merch is. I'm wearing this hat. It say purpose. Hey, don't come to me with no bull crap. Don't come to me with no gossip. Don't come to me with no disrespect. Don't come to me with no, what I'm saying, trying to get me off my what? My purpose. You trying to get me? Don't come to me if you ain't on your purpose. Once you wear this hat, you attract people who's on their purpose, and you repel people who not on their purpose. Okay. I'm trying to tell y'all something. Right? Okay. User said, "Hey, what a name this is. Your name is just User." Y'all names be fired. It's like, hey, don't worry about who I am. I'm not even user number 36. I'm just User. Okay. Most people have a consumer mindset and want to give the illusion of being wealthy and successful. Exactly. There's a lot of people like that. And I like to call that keeping up with the Joneses. I'd rather put my money in something that I know is going to help me in my life instead of trying to keep up with the Joneses. There's a lot of people trying to keep up. and it's not their fault, but it is. And the reason why I said it's not their fault is because they don't know no better. They don't know no better. They don't know that we don't care if you are wearing 25 chains around your neck. You know, just do it because you like to. Don't do it for us. We don't care. You know, there's a lot of people that go in debt to look the part instead of becoming the part. There's a lot of people in debt trying to look the part instead of becoming the part. We the part. We invest in ourselves. Let me tell you what's more valuable than money is your time. You're in this live stream investing in yourself by speaking about something of value. You are the part. We are the part. We don't got to fake the part. We don't got to, no, we are the part. We the part. Wealth is a mindset and wealth is who you are within. That's what people don't understand. People think that wealth is what you do without. No, wealth is how you are within. Wealth is knowing who you are within. You know, and so as long as we're working on our purpose and we're working on our inner work, we're healing, we're doing the things that we need to do, we're trying to be the best versions of ourselves, that's true wealth. Unfortunately, this society did not create a bank account to see how much purpose people have, but purpose is where the money at. That's real money. Your relationship with God, that's real money. Am I speaking or what? Hey, y'all put amen in the chat. Y'all put amen in the chat. Your relationship with God, that's real money. But you know who keeps count? God. God know your real bank account. All of y'all in here worth millions. Because it's who you are within. It's who you are within. You can't take nothing with you when you die. But you take one thing, your spirit and how your spirit has evolved. What you learn. Hear me out. This is why investing in yourself is so important. Y'all hear me out. Come close. What you learn, you take with you. That's it. That's why I teach. Because I know this is real wealth. I didn't want to do nothing. My grandpa's a teacher. My dad, that's in Jamaica. My dad he's a teacher. My family, we teach. We teach. My mom taught me to be who I am today. Had a huge part in that. What am I trying to tell y'all? All you take with you when you go is what you learned on earth. And when we don't want to learn no more, we just on our phone scrolling. You can't take TikTok with you. What we doing? We can't take those shoes. You can't take those shoes, which yes, you should always treat yourself when you believe that you have earned it. Treat yourself. I'm not saying to not have no shoes, man. Okay. I'm just saying, do you need 35 shoes? Do we need 1,000 shoes? All you take with you when you go is what you learn. That's why I got the chosen ones. That's why I wrote the book. That's why I got the brotherhood, because I'm trying to teach y'all. That's it. I just want to teach. I want to be in a position to teach, and I want to work with people who are ready to learn. That's it. Because all you take with you is your evolution. How much have you evolved? How much is your faith? How much faith do you have in God? How's your relationship? Did you heal when you were on earth? The things that you have went through, did you heal? Did you lock in? Did you focus? Did you make the most of your experience? People think making the most of their earthly experience is partying, drinking, doing drugs. But the way that I see it, making the most of our earthly experience is education. And not just the school system education, but always educating yourself. And very few people do that. Very few people do that. But y'all do. Y'all do. Y'all get to take this. Like your mind, you take that. You take what you learned. So when y'all in heaven and y'all chilling, y'all gonna remember me. When I'm in heaven, we chilling, I'm gonna remember y'all. Like we're learning from each other. You take that. You can't take materialistic things. You can't take your bank account. You know, and I know y'all already know that, but I just wanted to make that point. Sometimes it's good to have that reminder, right? Let's see. 19th Hillside said, as a disciplined person, I really need to figure out how to maintain that state while doing multiple things at the same time. How do you go about doing that while also making sure to rest? Yes. So because you are a disciplined individual, you realize that it's not about doing everything all at once. One thing gets done at a time, right? Once you do that one thing, you go to the next. I'm a man of my word. Come on, man. This is y'all. You need to go get an agenda. You need to go get an agenda. It's hard to know what your priority is when it's not written down. A lot of us have our agendas in here. That's not good. My wife reminded me the other day. That's why I was blank here. Remember, I'm human. I'm learning too. My wife said, open up your agenda. You seem to have a lot going on. Open up your agenda. I said, yep, I got you. My wife reminded me to open up my agenda. I've been on fire ever since. How do we execute our discipline if we are not writing down our priorities? So what I need you to understand is you have a priority list that you try to put in your head, but it's not good. Because the mind, as amazing as it is, it could be forgetful. Okay. It can procrastinate. And what will it do? It will trick you and it will tell you that you can do it tomorrow. That is not you. You only do it tomorrow by understanding, writing it down and saying, if I can't get this done today, this is one of the least things of my priorities. I have more time to do this, then I'll execute this tomorrow. But my goal is to have all of this done. So if you look at my agenda, I said I need to make purpose-driven videos. Okay. I need to make sure that I'm getting the right people for the brotherhood. Okay. So that's another one that's still on my agenda. I'm going to be DMing y'all tonight. I need to make sure I'm uploading on the chosen ones, right? I need to pour into the people that are ready to lock in. Like that's my agenda. And I said, if I don't get one of these things done today, then I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it tomorrow. So I had multiple purpose-driven videos I wanted to make, and I was only able to make a certain amount. Then I moved the rest to the next day, right? But you have to have priorities. Right. So my priority is, y'all, when I wake up, I get straight to work. I'm just going to be honest with you. I get ready on making the video for the day. I get ready on making sure the chosen ones is good. Like, my work is, y'all, that's my service. That's what God put me on earth to do. And then I make sure I work out and I do all the things I need to do for my day. So you need to have a priority. You need to know what your priorities are. You need to write it down. Go get an agenda. An agenda costs like $15, $20. Go get an agenda. Now, how do we make time for rest? Saturdays are my rest days. You do not have to follow me. You don't have to do exactly what I do. Okay, Rich Mills knows this. He do it with me too. All right, he know it, bro. We locked in on this one. We already spoke about it. Saturdays I rest. Here's why. Scripture tells me God rested on the seventh day. If God can rest, Malik can rest too. Malik can rest too. Who am I to be working all 365 days? That's not healthy. So rest, believe it or not, is actually going to make you work even better. Because once you have rest, you have restoration, you're also able to reflect on the work that you've been doing. If you can't reflect, you can't reset and you can't refocus. So a lot of guys are like, man, I'm trying to work hard. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. I agree. But you need some time and space in your calendar, maybe once a week. Maybe it's an hour each day where it's just for you, your mental health, and it's for you to reset. First off, rest, refocus, and reset. And in life, because we're human beings and we're not perfect, and I was about to say because we're not robots, but even AI makes mistakes. I think you guys have used AI and you know that AI can be wrong, right? So it goes back to the saying, we're not God, right? Like we're not the creator, right? We're made in his image and like we have a lot of power to change our lives, but it's still glory to God. Like we don't know what everybody's doing in the world. Like that's just something that God knows. So what I'm saying is we need rest. We're also human beings. We need to rest. We need to rest. And I think that's why God rested on the seventh day. It's not because he needed rest. It's to show us that rest is also part of the work. We're always working, by the way. Our brain, our subconscious mind, it's always working. Our body heals itself when we sleep. If you didn't know, your body kills one cancer cell a day. So if you don't have cancer, you had a cancer cell each day. This is what science says. I don't know if it's updated or not. I learned this a couple years ago. Your body kills a cancer cell each day. Your body is always working for you. Appreciate your body. If you are healthy, appreciate your body. Thank God for your health. Because if you're not healthy, that's very expensive. Okay, that's very expensive. So rest is good. It's gonna keep you healthy. It's gonna keep you locked in, and it's gonna make sure that you're able to reset. Like I said, I rest every Saturday, Friday evening to Saturday evening. That's my Shabbat. That's my rest. Shabbat means rest. It's important to rest. You don't have to do it my way, but you have to do it. I don't have all the answers. I just know that once I rest, I feel better. And rest is part of the work. The work will get done, but I need sleep. I'm not, listen, man, and I work hard. We all work hard, but sometimes I'll have 20-hour work days. Sometimes I'll get only 4 hours of sleep, 5 hours of sleep. I work hard on all these things, y'all know that though, but that's no excuse, but I make sure at least once a week, I don't have to do anything. I could just sleep, at least once a week, how do you, Creamy Bunny says a funny name. Y'all got funny names. Okay. That's borderline where it's like, how do you start to have a relationship with God if you don't, or better yet, how can you invite God into your life? I love this question. You invite God into your life by saying, God, I invite you into my life. Because no, I'm not 7-day Adventist. I don't do titles and names. Listen, bro. God rested on the 7th day, bro. If God can rest, I can rest too. It's just that simple. You can call me what you want. I just want sleep, bro. You call me what you want. I just want sleep, bro. I just want to rest and be good. Okay. That's it. We got titles for everything, and that's beautiful. But I'm just a human being who realizes if God can rest, I can also rest. That's it. Call me what you want. I'm a believer that likes to make sure that I'm restful. That's it. That's it. All right. How do you start to have a relationship with God if you don't? Or better yet, how can you invite God into your life? I first want you to understand that God is always in your life. So God never left your life. Okay. Like, even if you feel like you didn't have a relationship with God, scripture clearly says that the Spirit of God dwells within you. So in a way, God lives through you. That's why he knows everything that you're thinking. That's why he knows how much hair you have on your head. That's why he knows everything, because he lives within you. You are the temple for God's Spirit. So once you understand that, you connect with God by first understanding that he never left you. And you are one with God. You're one with God. You are God's creation. So you are an extension of that. The problem is we separate it so much where we think like God is up here. It's like, oh my gosh, like, God, I'm sorry for not talking to you. And it's like, homies, like, he's right in here. It's like he's right here. Like he heard all your thoughts. He knows everything. Like, and that's part of the reason why God can hear every prayer. Because God tells you, my spirit is within you. A piece of me is always with you. God says, I will always be with you. I never left you. Even if you thought I left, I never left. Why? Part of his identity is within you. So when you look up here, and you can do that, you can look up, right? Because the heavens, God is, yes. But also don't forget to look in the mirror. You are made in God's image. Look at how beautiful you are. Look at how beautifully made you are. Think about the fact that you don't have to beat your own heart. Think about the fact that you're not even consciously breathing. Your body breathes on its own. The evidence of God is all around you. He never left you. He beats your heart for you. He breathes for you. He breathed life into you. He gave you the gift of life. He gave you the gift of life. So when we talk about building a better relationship with him or inviting him into your life, when people say my life is not my own, it's because they understand this age-old secret that life is a gift from God. So it's not even your life. It's not even your life. It's God's life. God breathed life into you. That is a gift. You don't have to be here, but he put you here. So once you have immense gratitude for these facts, these are facts in my belief. These are facts. Your relationship with God is gonna, all we have to do is understand. Once we understand, the relationship takes form. The relationship builds. Everybody's relationship with God is their own. So it's not my job to tell you how to have a relationship with God, but it is my job to make you understand that you never beated your heart once in your life, that you never breathed on your own once in your life, right? And that life itself is actually a gift from God. It's not something that you had to earn. You just woke up and you are alive. That's a gift. That's a gift. That's a gift. And is life easy? No, but life is not our own. Life was a gift. So once you understand all these gifts, you start to understand who God really is, a giver. And he's giving you a brand new 24 hours each and every single day. So how do we want to spend that? If you want to make your relationship with God better, make your life better. That's why self-improvement is so important. You're cleaning up your life. You're taking urgency of your life. You're doing something with your life. You're focused on making the best of your life and reaching your fullest potential. God loves that. God loves that. God loves people who have urgency to be the best versions of themselves. So take that as you will. I love that question. And I love you. I'm very glad that you asked that question. Beautiful question. I love when people ask, how can I grow closer to God? Isn't that amazing? In a world where we're removing God from every single thing that we do, we're the ones putting it back. There's no purpose driven without God. There's no me without God. God gave me my wife. God gave me my family. God gave me y'all. I'm eternally grateful. Like, I don't know how people do things without God. When God is operating within you, there's no separation. I'm one with God. That's it. I have full faith in God. I'm nothing without God. Nothing. Who am I without God? Nothing. Nothing. Someone say they rocking the 12 still. Man, let's go. Still here locked in with us. Still here locked in with the phone. Rocking the mini iPhone 13, right? Come on, iPhone 11. And that's the thing. It's like, listen, we not upgrading every year. Y'all not tricking us again, Apple. You not tricking us again. We gonna save our money and we gonna put it towards something that matters. I don't upgrade a iPhone unless it don't turn on no more. JB. Yo, I tell you. So I had upgraded this year. My mother and I, we upgraded this year. We upgraded it together. The reason I upgraded is a big chunk of it is first off is content. So like sometimes I'll make videos and I shoot it with my phone and I like to have, a really nice camera. But I think that the cameras have reached a point where it's good, and sometimes you just got to know when it's good. So I'm not trying to upgrade for like 3 years, man. I'm a hopefully rock it out unless it breaks or it gets damaged, which, God forbid. I like to take care of the things that I have. But yeah, y'all, you don't have to go ahead and always get a new phone each and every single year. That's how we save our money, and that's what it is. Someone said, I'm watching this live stream on my MacBook Pro from 2011 that I bought from the pawn shop. Apple don't like you. Apple don't like you. That boy's smart. Hey, that's smart, bro. Am I lagging on there, or do I still look crispy on there? Am I still in HD on there? 2011 Mac. Am I still in HD, bro? 720p. I love it. Amen, bro. You're very right. I pray, stay dedicated to the purpose the Lord has given me, and I'll continue to do so. Your advice has always been amazing. Big support all the way from London. Let's go, man. Shout out to London. Shout out to you, bro. I'm happy for you. I'm super, super, super happy for you, man. Let's see. I'm proud of you, man. If no one told you, I appreciate the content you put out. You really help out a lot of men. I appreciate that a lot. That's what it's all about. We need to do that podcast, man. I got to respond to your email or DM me on Instagram as well. And that's the thing. It's all about service. That's my belief. Service. That's it. Service, man. That's it. Service. Like, I'm here to serve. I'm here to serve. That's it. That's it. Every single day there's a YouTube video. Every single day there's an opportunity for y'all to lock in with some more resources that I have. Like, all of this is for y'all to be the best that you can be. But the joy that I get out of this is service. Service. Isaac in here. What's going on? What's going on? All right, let's address this because I like a little bit of controversy, man. $100 to talk about what? To talk about what people pay $300 to $1,000 to talk about for 1 hour. Yes, $100. You speak to me once a week in a group call setting to speak about what people pay me hundreds of dollars to do. I don't have to do this. Let me humble myself. I do have to do this because God called me to do it. But man, you don't see the value in it, and that's perfectly fine. People do. That's why people sign up. And I'll tell you what, when somebody does the inner work, when somebody can like put up, you see how I'm answering every single question? That's because that's not me. That's God, bro. I give all the credit to God. I'm tapped in with God, bro. That's what I give the credit to. Anything you need help with, I can help you get from point A to point B. That's the gift that God has given me. You don't have to invest in that. That's cool. You can spend $100 on OnlyFans. When the OnlyFans model asks for $100 so you could get a private video, nobody says nothing. Right? Right? But when somebody who believes in God says $100 to speak to me for 4 times a month, I have a wife, I got a family, 4 times out a month for me to speak to you, and you don't see the value in that? Oh, I guess my time is nothing. I might as well be on OnlyFans then. Y'all put more value in OnlyFans than you put value in investing in yourself. I'm so glad you put this on here. You're the problem in society. We don't value education. We don't value learning. I have a college degree. I went to college. I invested in myself. I wrote a book. I'm an author. So when you speak to me, you're getting game. I've been through a lot. I have a lot to give. I have a lot that I can help you with. But you don't need the help. And that's fine. You wouldn't be accepted anyways because you don't understand the power of investing in yourself. I don't want you there. It's not for everybody. And sometimes we got to be blunt. I love being kind, but sometimes we got to be blunt. $100 to talk about what? Not to talk about nothing you want to talk about because you ain't invited. Only people who's ready to elevate. You're not ready to elevate. So hopefully one day you get there where you understand investing in yourself matters. I spent $300 on books 3 months ago, $300 on books 3 months ago. I invested in my MacBook. I invested in my camera right here. $500 for what? So I can record a video so y'all can watch it for free on YouTube. Never have I ever begged for money. Never have I ever said, y'all, I just bought a new camera. Why y'all not watching my videos? $500 for what? $500 to do God's work. $100 to help people. Yes, in order to get value, you need to put value back in. How I'm supposed to feed my wife? How I'm supposed to take care of my family? What do you think this is? Charity? Get out of here, bro. You tripping, dog. Bro, what's going on with y'all today? Y'all ain't gonna make it, bro. You're not gonna make it, bro. Everything I got in my life, I invested. Everything that I asked you to do, I've done. I bought programs to elevate my life. I went to college and I had to spend money out of pocket in order to be able to afford certain things in college and make it. Me and God. So, see, look, I'm about to answer this question right here. How do I create a successful platform? Do I not have a successful platform? I'm about to give somebody free game on how they could create a successful platform. What if they invest $100 a month in order for me to tell them how to have a successful platform? You don't think I'm going to go into more detail about how to have a successful platform? But you don't think like that. You think everything should be handed to you. Because it's education, because it's knowledge, you think that it should be free. No, education costs. If a college could charge kids $100,000 a year just to learn, I can charge my brothers $100 a month, which is significantly cheaper than a consultation for them to learn from me. And then when you learn from me, go create your own platform and do the same. That's the game. But instead, you hating on me. That's weird, bro. That's weird. How do I create a successful platform? How do I stay patient during the process? What should be the main focus? The main focus is focusing on one thing each and every single day. I'm 700 videos in, and I still drop a video every single day, and I still got energy. I still got energy. Okay. So if you want to create a successful platform, I'm not saying that you have to be as consistent as me, but you have to choose a routine of consistency. You have a podcast. If you tell people there's a new podcast every single Friday, you cannot slack. You haven't made it nowhere yet for you to even take a break. This is your early stage, right? So if it's your early stage, you need to show up and you need to be dedicated. You have to. You have to show up and you have to be dedicated. Half the work is showing up. Anybody that wants to be a content creator, you have to show up. You have to show up and you have to want to do this. You can't fake it. You cannot fake 700 videos. I'm 700 videos in because I'm not faking it. I love what I do. So you know I love what I do because I'm doing it every day. So if you really want to be one of the best podcasters in the world, and again, it's not about being the biggest in the world, it's about finding your people. Every time you post, you find your people. That's how you create a successful platform. You need to think about who you're helping. Don't have a podcast just to have a podcast. Have a podcast to help people. The more you help people, the more they'll help you. They're going to share your podcast. The only reason Purpose Driven is this big is because of all of y'all. Y'all shared it with maybe one person in your life. You probably liked the video. You hit subscribe. You commented. I'm not big on my own. I'm big because of you. Because of you. It's the community. It's not me. So this is the MD's Hope podcast. Make sure you're giving people hope. Just keep delivering on what you told people you're going to deliver them on. That's how you create the biggest platform that you can. If you call yourself a hope podcast, you have to give people hope. I say we're purpose driven. It's not about me. That's why this channel doesn't have my name on it. I don't need the credit. Give the credit to God, but I still have a job to do. So it's purpose driven. It's purpose driven. It's a movement. That's why people go get the merch. That's why people support. Because it's not about Malik. It's about the words that God is saying through Malik. So it's about the content that you're making through that podcast. And the more you do that each and every single day, the better and better the podcast is going to get. So you stay patient. I'll tell you this. When I first started YouTube, I had 3 supporters. My wife, my brother, my mother, and my grandpa. So 4. My wife, my mother, my brother. Videos would have 3 likes. I'm telling y'all, think I'm playing. When I first started YouTube, I would get 3 likes on every video. My little brother would watch, my mom, and my wife. Nobody watched. There was a time where I'd even post my video on Instagram. This is before we took off. This is before we became one of the biggest YouTube channels in the self-improvement realm. People would watch my Instagram and they wouldn't click. I don't even blame them. I'm not proven yet. Be humble. Stay humble. Sometimes you got to pop out and show people, like what I just did to Dude earlier. Sometimes you got to pop out and let people know, because somebody should have been told him, hey, if you don't invest in yourself, you're not going to make it. Somebody should have told him that. So I had to be big bro and I had to step up. He don't got to invest with me, but he need to still invest in himself. Somebody has to tell bro that you need to buy books for knowledge so you can grow. Somebody. And it had to be me tonight. Unfortunately, I had to get out of character and pop out and show people, but that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. So you stay patient. You stay humble. You're not going to land every podcast guest. You know what? I'll be on your podcast. It's official. I'm going to be on your podcast. Okay? You landed me, but this is not an everyday thing. Sometimes you're going to email people a million times. They will never get back to you. They busy. I'm busy. I'm having 20-hour work days, but I'm going to make time for you because you making time to be here. And that's what service is. So you got me as a guest on your podcast. It's an honor, brother. Let's do it. But what I'm telling you is you got to remain humble, and you got to understand that this is going to be a long process. I have a friend in my life. His name is Callum Johnson. He put me on his podcast. He has over 200,000 subscribers on YouTube now. It took him years. It took him time. It took him energy. It took him money. It took him resources. It took him debt for him to be where he is today. We say we have dreams, but we're not willing to invest. Continue investing in your podcast. You want that podcast to be great? You got to invest in it. You have to. The same way I invest in my YouTube channel, you got to invest in that podcast. That's your baby right now. You got to take care of it, and you need to show up for it each and every single day. All right? I believe in you. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. This is specific, but how would you be more disciplined on what you eat when it comes to the gym and even a healthy lifestyle? So I like this question a lot. What am I drinking right now? Water. It's not because I'm talking a lot. You know, I'd rather drink juice. I'd rather drink anything else. I'm not going to lie to you. But I know that water is healthy. It's just that simple. And we got to do things that we know is going to keep us healthy. So I feel like we know what we need to do. And we know that we need to limit our portion size, right? Right? Sometimes you got to limit your portion size. Okay? Sometimes you got to limit your portion size. All right? It's not always about what you eat. It's also about how much we eat. All right. So if you want to become disciplined on what you eat and how much you eat, and I'm not saying to eat significantly less because you're going to the gym. So you might actually need a little bit more food because you're exerting more energy. Okay. But what I am saying is you have to watch your portion size. This is if you want to stay slim. And I'm not saying I'm the most fittest person, but I'm on my journey. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my journey. I'm staying slim and locked in and doing the things I need to do. Okay. So you want to make sure you're drinking your water. You want to make sure that you are portioning your food correctly. Write this down. Macros. Okay. You need to know macros. You need to know fat. You need to know carbohydrate. All right. You need to know your carbohydrates and you need to know your protein. Fat, carbs, protein. Always keep your protein pretty high. So that's chicken, that's eggs and stuff like that. Once you keep your protein high and your carbs just a little bit lower, you're gonna be shredded. Hey, you're gonna be shredded. So today I would say watch a video on macros. Watch a video on macros. Okay, learn about macros. Once you learn about macros, you will learn about what food is made out of and which foods are made out of what. Then once you know which foods are made out of what, then you know, okay, this has more protein like chicken, egg, steak, lamb. Okay, this has more protein, seafood, fish. And I don't know what your diet is, but I'm just saying if it's an animal, it has protein. You could do protein shakes, right? That's fine. So you want to have more protein intake. You want to limit your portion size. You just want to make sure you're not overeating. Now I'm gonna give you this other tip. Make sure at first, though, not at first, always. This is not for you to abuse it. Don't just do this for weight. Don't just do this for weight. But when you want to build discipline, it's important to fast. Fasting is a godly thing. That's why I prefaced that, right? You don't just fast to lose weight. You also fast to get closer to God. What fasting does is going to make your flesh become less, right? So you're going to be less greedy. Okay. You're going to learn to starve your flesh and you're going to feed your spirit. You're going to feed your spirit. That makes you very disciplined because if you could control your hunger, you could control a lot in your life. If you could control your hunger, you could control a lot. You can control a lot. All right. You can control a lot. Okay. So that's just something. Those are a couple of things that I wanted to share with you, man. So Levy said, appreciate everything you do. Been here since 20K subs. That's amazing. I appreciate you. That. Wow, man. I need to really sit down and think about that. 20K. And I think we're at like 270 something. Wow. Thank you. That means a lot. Get a little emotional, man. That's wow. You've been here for a minute. All right. That hat is hard. Might need to copy. Yo. I'm saying, bro. I did a little something with this one. I ain't gonna lie. I did a little something with this one, man. No pressure though. Only get it if you want. You know what I'm saying? Only get it if you want, bro. But I like it. I'm aware. Needed to hear that, man. Really appreciate it. I'm ready to join the brotherhood and level up. No, and make sure you DM me on Instagram. Bro. We're gonna see if you a good fit. You know, I like that you eager, but we still got to see if you a good fit. All right. So make sure you DM me and we'll talk about it. Okay. Appreciate you. All right. Someone said, how can I ask questions? You just type it and then I'm the one that puts it up. Nobody has power to put this up. This is me. Nobody can't just put nothing up here. This is all me. All right. To add to it, also do things for yourself that you would want others to do for you, like being gentle with yourself, cooking a meal, etc. I 1000% agree. I 1000% agree. Yeah. Yeah. Like, and can I give y'all some quick relationship advice too? I remember I told y'all that my wife was going to join us for the next live stream. She most definitely will join us for one of our live streams coming up. I promise you that. When it comes to being in a relationship or preparing yourself to be in a relationship, you first have to be in a relationship for yourself. You have to be in a relationship for yourself and with yourself. And so if you want people to get you flat, and just for the women watching too, we got women who watch, we got the queens that watch. And queens, I'm sorry y'all can't join the brotherhood. This is just something that the brothers asked for specifically. We love y'all. Y'all could join the chosen ones though, and y'all could get the merch. All right. This we purpose driven, but we still for purpose driven men. Okay, so we're still gonna be geared a little bit towards men. We love y'all so much. Okay, that's why I got to get my wife up in here, because women got questions and my wife knows how to answer y'all questions even better than me. For the women watching, don't wait for a man to get you flowers. Please buy flowers. Go buy flowers. Go to your local grocery store and be the one to buy yourself flowers. What this does is it shows you that you can do the same things for yourself that we tend to look for in other people. For my brothers watching, right? Cook a meal for yourself. I know we love when women cook for us. Oh man, women, hey, my wife is amazing. Women are amazing. We talking about like purpose-driven women, like God-driven women. Women are amazing. The good women are amazing. Y'all can cook. Like my wife, like she turned into a Michelin chef. I'm like, hey, listen, you ain't never gonna work no job. I'm gonna need you to, hey, this cooking, my kids gonna eat good. My future kids gonna be eating good. Hey, man, hey, I'm about to make my wife start a restaurant. Hear me out. As men, we need to learn how to cook for ourselves. Even me, even though I got a wife, I still want to learn how to cook for myself. I want my wife to teach me all the recipes she knows. Why? What if she's sick and then our kid's hungry? I don't want her to be overworking. I'm gonna step in the kitchen and I'm gonna make a little meal. And I ain't say it's gonna be much, but my kid's gonna for sure have some noodles with sausage and some eggs and something like that. We got to learn the basics. My kid's gonna have chicken, something. So as men, we need to learn how to cook for ourselves, bro. Real talk. Like we have to learn how to do our own laundry. Y'all hear me? Does this need to be a video? I feel like this actually sounds like a more important topic. Let me write this down. This need to be a video, huh? We need to learn how to do these things, man. Like, make this a video on men doing chores. And I'm not saying that to like give ourselves more work. I'm just saying as men, you want to learn how to become more self-sufficient. And it's not about not having anybody. It's just about having a better relationship with yourself. Like if you're a guy and you're always eating out, but you have a kitchen that you can utilize that kitchen. First of all, that's how you save money, a lot of money. But second off, that's how you learn valuable skills. So a woman, let's say that you were with the wrong woman and that happens. She was probably the right woman at the moment, but then things happen and y'all split apart. You don't need her to throw in your face, oh, and you can't cook, so you're not gonna eat without me. Hold on now. You know what I'm saying? I can make a steak. You know what I'm saying? I can make some chicken now. I ain't saying it's the best. I can make some eggs. You have to be able to be self-sufficient as a man. And as women, y'all have to be able to be self-sufficient when it comes to like giving yourself gifts, giving yourself love, giving yourself grace. The same for men. Sometimes y'all need to gift yourselves. You know what I'm saying, man? Go out. If you ain't buy new shoes, and like I said, I buy 2 new shoes each year. And I try to keep that at that. Like I don't need 1,000 shoes. But 2 nice shoes for the year. Shoes nowadays are expensive. It's more than the Brotherhood. I can't even believe it. And it don't do nothing for you but step on the ground. Shoes be $200. So I spend $400 on shoes a year. It's a lot of money. But you know, I'm good for the year. I'm good for the year. You know? So treat yourself, man. Go buy a new pair of shoes. Treat yourself if you ain't buy no new shoes. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. It's important for you to build a relationship with yourself before you go into a relationship. Before you go into a relationship, you should never depend on anybody else for your should never depend on anybody else for your happiness. People are supposed to only add on to your happiness, right? The right woman will add on to your happiness. She'll add on to it. Okay. Yo, you live. I just got home and you speaking facts. Hey, you know it, bro. That's all we do. That's all we do. You know, we speak facts. I'm talking to my girl, but we don't have a relationship yet. But I really want her because I like her mindset and how she do everything. But she said she want to wait for a relationship because of past. Because of past? That's it? Because of past. Okay. All right. I got you. Because of past. All right. Oh, because of the past. Okay, cool. Be patient with her. Give her grace. If you really like her, she's worth it. If you really like her, she's worth it. Like I just said, the right woman is worth it. The right woman deserves the world. That's my belief. When it's the right woman, she's worth it. Because that means that she gets you. She understands you and she actually loves you. Not what you can do for her, but she actually loves you. Like I've known my wife for a little over a decade. I believe this year will be what, 11 years? 11, right? Man, it's been too many years, man. This is our first year married, though. I'm 23, by the way, y'all. I know her since we was little kids. We was 12. This is the 11th year, right? This is the 12th year. This the 12th year? No. It's 12 plus 12 is 24. No. I think he proposed to me in our 10th year. Wasn't that the case? Yeah. Last year was 11 and then this is 12, I think. I proposed to you when we was a decade? I think so. So this is our 12th year? I think so. No, that's scary. Yeah. So I've known you half my life. Yeah. Yes. Y'all, I just figured out that I know my wife half my life. 12 years? Dang. Thanks, babe. Hey, I gave half my life to my wife, bro. I didn't even know that. That's crazy. What? I've known my wife since we was little kids, but yeah, so I would have known her for 12 years now. What's the point of this? The point is, once you find somebody that you know is the right person, it's the right person, man. That's it. Like, be patient. I know you want a relationship right now, but like you said, that's your girl. You know, it just all in due time. She just don't know. She just don't know she your girl yet. That's all. She just don't know she your girl yet. But you there for her. Give her grace. Give the situation grace. Give it gratitude. Because if you like the way that she thinks and you like everything about her, that's amazing. You know, it's rare nowadays to find good women, and it's rare nowadays for women to find good men. I'm just gonna be real. Both of us suck right now. I'm just gonna be real. Men and women, like in the dating field, it ain't all that. I'm just gonna keep it real. You know, I'm married, so I'm looking at it, you know, from a different perspective, and I'm like, both of us need work to do, both men and women. And if it's a man that says no, it's the women, okay. You got men that look at women on OnlyFans, and then they the same man paying money. I'm paying money. Hey man, what we doing? Like, people are hypocrites, bro. It's everyone. Everyone gonna get the smoke with me. I hold everyone accountable. Everyone sucks. Okay, men and women. Not all women, not all men. But I'm just talking in the dating field. Oh, it's crazy right now. There we go. Finna give me a hat for real. Didn't know you had merch. I appreciate you. Hey, listen, the women could get the merch. For the men, don't be getting no merch. when you should be in the brotherhood. Okay, prioritize the brotherhood. Prioritize the brotherhood. You don't need no hoodie. Okay, you don't need no hoodie if you ain't trying to invest yourself and learn. I'd rather you in the. It's cool to have merch. I'd rather speak. I want to speak to y'all. I want to talk to you every week. I want to talk to my brothers, man. I'd rather talk to y'all than y'all go get merch. Go DM me. DM me. Join the brotherhood. Don't worry about merch right now. Don't worry about I'll send you some merch. How about that? If you a good fit for the brotherhood, I'll make sure you compensated with merch. I don't need y'all to worry about material. Let the women get the merch because they can't join the brotherhood. Y'all need to join the brotherhood. The women gonna enjoy the merch before y'all. Okay, y'all need to focus on the brotherhood. Yo, man, I'm 20 and I'm lost with what I want to do. About to go to school for something I know isn't for me. Hey, man, hold on now. Hey, bro, hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. Yeah, you're not going to school no more, bro. Don't waste your time and energy like that. You got artificial intelligence coming out, taking everybody's job. Now is the time for you to do what you love. Now is the time for you to do what you love. Yo, man, I'm 20 and I'm lost with what I want to do. About to go to school for something I know isn't for me. So don't do it. This is coming. I have a college degree. Do not go to college for something you don't want to do. Do not spend your time and energy and money and resources in something that you don't want to do. Okay, but I got to finish your point because maybe you already know that. But I don't know what direction to go in. What would you recommend? I do be eating healthy, working out too. That's great. That's great. Someone said it. Where Frederick said it. You cannot get your time back. Amen. That's too much. That's too much lost time. Yeah. No, you can't go unless they paying it for free. And it's a major in which you know you will actually be able to work with eventually if you want. So maybe a business degree. My degree was communications. My degree, babe. You got my degree? I told them I went to college. They need to know I'm not lying. I know they believe me, but hold on, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all my degree. One thing I'm not is a liar. Everything I say is true. Everything. It's no point in lying. Lying take more energy. Okay, thank you, babe. This is my degree. I don't even put it on the wall because I don't care to flex. This ain't no flex. This is just, you know what I'm saying? Like I did this, but like I'm not better than nobody because of it. I chose to go to college. I wanted to go to college. Please don't waste your time. Please don't waste 4 years trying to get this and you don't really know what you want to do with your life. Don't go if you don't know what you want to do with your life. Chat GPT is coming for everybody who got this. AI is coming for everybody who got this. You understand? The world is different. You need to go after your dreams. And I love the fact that I got a degree. But you know what's more valuable? Building a business. Building a business, being an entrepreneur, helping people. That's what entrepreneur means. It means that you give a service, you help people. Okay, now my degree is in communications. What am I doing? I'm communicating. So my degree is still helping me to be a YouTuber. But y'all know you don't need a degree to be a YouTuber. I just got a degree so I could communicate better. When you're speaking to people of all faiths, you know, all different type of belief systems, you know, men, women, in order to capture an audience, you need to have care for the people that you're speaking to. I care about y'all. So I'm going to try my best to speak in a way that everyone can understand and grow from, no matter who you are, no matter what country you're in, no matter where you're from. To me, that's worth 4 years. To me, that's worth getting a college degree to where I believe that I can speak to anybody. And I actually believe that. You could put me in the White House right now, and I think that I could convince the American president, our president, on anything that you want him to do. I think I could convince. I think that you could put me at any table and I'll have respect for people and I'll be able to let people see a different perspective. Respectfully. You understand? So you can bring communication skills. You could bring communication skills to look at me hyping up communications. Maybe you need to do communications, bro. You could bring communication skills to politics, government. You could bring communication skills to YouTube. You could bring essentially what I'm saying is this. Back then, people got degrees for this reason. People got degrees for a specific job or task. Now you need a degree to be general and to go after your dreams. The same degrees that people poo-pooed on, those are the most valuable degrees now. Just keeping it real. A communications degree today is more valuable than ever before because you can take that anywhere. If you got a degree in a specific industry and artificial intelligence takes your job in that specific industry, you're done. But if you got a marketing degree, you can market yourself. Don't go to school to learn how to market for somebody else. Learn how to market for yourself. If you have a communications degree, use that to do God's work. So to the brother who said he don't know what to do, what I do is I go straight to God. Hey, God, what do you want me to do? You hear me, bro? When I don't know what to do, I go straight to God. Hey, God, what do you want me to do? God told me to go to college and get a communications degree. Now I see why. Because, hey, Malik, you're going to be helping people they're going to invest $100 a month and they're going to need you to take them from this point to another point. And I need you to communicate effectively so we can have more kings in the world. Yeah, I need you to be on lock. I need you to know what you're doing. Hey, Malik, you're going to be on live stream. 89 people going to be watching. You're going to be on live for 1 hour and 46 minutes. And I don't need you to stumble over your words. Go get that degree. Go get that degree. So when you don't know what to do, go to God. And I speak about it in my book, but I'm giving you the game because that's just who I am, bro. I'm giving you the game. Just go to God, bro. Pray. And when I say pray, I'm talking about pray deeply. Pray. And remember this, you're 20 years old. You don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to have everything figured out. Life is not about having everything figured out. It's not. Even when I got this degree, just because you have a degree doesn't mean that there's a job lined up for you. I had to create a way out of no way with the help of God. I had to create a way out of no way with the help of Yahweh. You know, from the ground up, one YouTube video at a time. Nobody handed this to me. It's a gift from God, but I had to earn that gift. I had to earn it. I applied to jobs. I didn't get it. Now, I'm not acting like I applied to jobs for like a whole year. You know, I applied to jobs, aggressively for a couple months. I got no return. I said, I'm going to do YouTube. I'm going to do what God is telling me to do. I'm going to follow my dreams because God didn't give me these dreams for no reason. Okay. Right. Darren said it. Faith without works is dead. You got to have faith. Once you have faith, God will tell you what the work is. Come on, bro. You want to know what you want to do for your life, you need to have faith. And I know you already got faith. I'm not talking to you like you don't. If you watch my channel, I know you got some sort of faith. Faith without works is dead, which also means you're not going to know the work that you need to do on earth if you don't have faith. And if you don't have faith, you're not going to get to work. And if you don't work, you're not going to see the faith showing in your life. Like, we need both. We need faith and we need work. So when you're trying to figure out, what am I supposed to do? What is my purpose? Purpose is work. Purpose. I could be on the couch right now, comfortable with my life, watching Netflix with my wife. No, she knows I have a purpose and we got to get to work. We got people to help. We got people to serve. We got topics to speak about. We got questions to answer. Let's go. So purpose is work. Faith without works is dead. So that also means that you need faith in order to understand your work. You need a relationship with God in order to understand your work. God is going to reveal to you what your work is because the Spirit of God dwells within you. He already knows what he wants to use you for. Stop overthinking. Let go and let God. Let go and let God. I didn't ask for this life. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a beautiful life. I love my life. I love helping people. I didn't really ask for this. When I walk in the street, sometimes people recognize me. That's great. There's a lack of privacy. I'm not acting like I'm famous. I'm not saying all that, but to a degree, people recognize me. I still have a family to protect. And, sometimes people just be pulling up on me or looking at me weird. I'm like, I wonder if they watch me on YouTube. Why they just don't say hi? Now I'm worrying about my safety. Be careful what you wish for. But I didn't wish for this, but I was told to do this. God will tell you what he's going to use you for. That's it. That's it. Don't think that everybody is in a position. So there's musicians. They didn't particularly ask to be a musician, but God is using them to make amazing music, which would change their life and change the lives of many others. Not everything that everybody does, they thought of themselves. I didn't think of this myself. God told me. So when you build that relationship with God, he's going to tell you exactly what you need to do. And it don't matter how you feel. It don't matter what you think about it. You'll know because you can't get rid of that feeling in your heart. Some of y'all supposed to be making music. Some of y'all supposed to be on YouTube, but you not listening to your calling. You have a calling. The same things that we're scared of is what we need to be doing. When I posted my first YouTube video, I was scared. Y'all can see I'm stuttering now. I'm telling y'all, I was scared. You putting yourself out into the world. Nobody watching your videos. You're not getting no support. People probably looking at you weird. You trying to be a YouTuber. What's going on? I went through that. I went through all that. I'm here. Hi. It works. It works. Just keep going. Just start. Lock in. Where's the urgency with us? We got to just do it because God already told you what to do. And the things that you need to do, that's your passions, that's your dreams, that's your goals. We got to get to it, man. We got to get to it. But my first YouTube video, I was scared. I was scared. But the more I did it, the more comfortable I got. Why did I post that YouTube video? God. He gave me that gift of communication. I went to college to work on it even more, but he's like, I need you to use it and I need you to post on YouTube. God told me to do that. Sometimes, man, y'all got to think, man, like I didn't know 270,000 people was going to be subscribed. That ain't scary to y'all. People don't always like popularity, y'all. I'm an introvert, but I have a calling. Ask my family. I don't talk much. I feel bad sometimes. I don't talk much. Ask my wife. I don't talk much. This is the most I talk. I'm very chill. I'm not shy, but I'm introverted. I prefer to be in my own company. But when you have a calling, you got to do it. Some of y'all have a calling and you're not doing it. But once you follow your calling, everything will work out and you'll feel comfortable. I feel comfortable now. I like my life. But it's a calling. It ain't because I wanted to, I want to help people, but man, I didn't know it was gonna be all this. God surprises you. I'm from Miami, and it's kind of hard for me to stay focused for real. Yeah, man. Shout out Miami. I'm from Miami too. You stay focused by being a focused individual. That's it. You focus is something that you choose. Okay. It's the same thing with discipline. We spoke about discipline earlier. People think discipline is something you have to become. People think focus is something that you have to become. You can work on being more focused, but focus is something that you have to choose. So when you're on this live stream right now, you can choose to focus and make your phone big screen. Some of y'all probably on your phone. Maybe I'm on some of y'all's TV. Hi, how you doing? I don't know what device y'all watching me on. This is now it's getting weird because I'm like, damn, I'm on camera and y'all watching me. See what I'm saying, bro? Like, I'm an introvert, bro, for real. But Miami, right? Okay, you need to stay focused. How you stay focused is you choose to stay focused. It's a choice. You can choose to scroll on TikTok or you can choose to read a book. So when you read books, one thing I noticed is I started to read more books in my life. And once I started to pick up books again and I started to really dive into books, even magazines, fun magazines, my wife and I, we used to own cats. We don't have cats no more. Maybe one day we'll go get them. But we love cats. And like the other cat, the first cat we got, she unfortunately passed away. The second cat that we got, her behavior was not too good. She came from a shelter. So we put her in a home that with people who have other cats so they can be okay, together and grow together, because she was a more aggressive cat. She needed more help. She needed more cats. And she needed someone who was a cat owner longer than we were. So we were great, but her behavior needed more, what's the word? Grace. So we gave her to a home that was more equipped, but we love her. So even a cat magazine, I'll be reading cat magazine. Sometimes you don't always have to read stuff on your phone. Go get a magazine and go learn about something, like read. Once you read more, what starts to happen is you start to focus more, right? Because when you're reading, you can't do anything but read. You have to just read each word on the page. That's going to help you with focus. Reading is going to help you with focus, okay? But focusing is a choice. Like you have to choose to be focused. So people who can't focus well, they weren't on this live stream for long. Like y'all are focusing. Like we've been around 80 people, 70 people, like 60 to 90 people like all night. So I'm not gonna lie, y'all are focused. But this is also YouTube. Okay. If you ever seen an Instagram live, I've been on Instagram live before. The numbers is always moving. Do I care about the numbers? No, I care to serve the people who are here. That's all I care about. But I'm just saying, on Instagram, bro, listen, man, people are in and out like crazy because Instagram is what? That platform always has something going on. You just keep scrolling. TikTok live, people scroll on live. They have a scrolling live feature. That's not a place for people who trying to like, who has long-term memory or long-form memory. But you guys watch long-form content. So you guys watch longer videos. That's why YouTube is a better platform, especially for your brain, because you're watching content longer. So that helps with focus. So even on social media, there's different ways to focus. Like there's different platforms that expect you to focus more. You know, like on YouTube, my average video, people would averagely they'll watch half the video. On Instagram, it's the first 3 seconds, and then there's a big dip. The first 3, I got 90,000 people on Instagram. I don't even know how, because I don't expect Instagram to be the place where people actually dissect content. Instagram is like the first 3 seconds and then they scroll. TikTok is like the first 3 seconds and then they scroll. So if we're talking about focus, I'm not saying you can't be on Instagram or TikTok, be on there with a purpose, but you need to like do things that build that focus up. And you have to understand that focus is something that you choose. People are choosing to be here and watch this. They're choosing to be focused. You know, you can choose to shift your focus somewhere else. But if you keep shifting, that's chaos. Your brain is chaotic. You need to be at more peace, and you need to choose to sit down and do one thing at a time, one step at a time. Okay. I appreciate you, bro. Your energy is a blessing. Your energy is a blessing. You know, your energy is a blessing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I got a question that's in 4 parts. Oh my gosh. All right, let's do it. Is it okay for me to post it? Do you want to shorten? Post it. Deal with tiredness. Carving out time for rest. Carving out time for rest. Carving out time for rest. Carving out time. You have to. The same way you schedule the gym, you got to schedule rest. You take God everywhere with you, everywhere you go. So how to be closer to God as a busy guy? Like I'm busy, but that's no excuse. I'm busy with God. God likes that you're busy. Understand that earth is a very urgent place. Most people are not urgent. What I mean by that is you're not supposed to waste your time here. You're supposed to get a lot done. It doesn't mean that you're always moving. It means that you're always efficient. When God tells you to do something, you do it. You wonder why, don't y'all wonder why sometimes God uses people who are not perfect to do great work? Like I'm not perfect, but why am I in this position? Because I was moving. I posted a YouTube video every single day. God sees my speed and God rewards speed. You cannot just be fast and think that God's going to bless you. It's not about being fast, but the speed that I'm talking about is urgency. God calls on people who are ready to be called. And he'll even call you if you're not ready, but you got that urgency. Okay? So it's not about being perfect. God doesn't always use perfect, the greatest people. God uses people who are ready to be used. So when you're saying how to get closer to God as a busy guy, I think that God loves the fact that you are on your purpose, but just invite God into that. So if you're busy, invite God into your busy life. Hey, God, I'm doing this today. I'm doing this today. Talk to him throughout the day. Now, here's what I will say. Scripture says, be still and know that I am God. So to me, that line is very important because if we lack stillness, then it's hard for us to know God. Right? So God also loves when you're still. This is not a contradiction. This is in unison. It's about efficiency, but you also need to know when to rest. Remember, rest is part of the work. So as a busy guy, are you carving out time to rest? Rest with God. Let God be your rest. What do they say about Christ? Christ came as the rest, right? He is your rest. That's a beautiful way to put it. Scripture put it beautifully. Christ is your rest. So God is your rest. So that means you need to rest with God. So God also likes when you rest, and God likes when you work. The truth is, God likes you. And human beings need to work and we need to rest. And he's telling you that he's everywhere with you. When you're busy, when you have free time, wherever you at, hey, I'm here. That's all he's saying. That's all he's saying. God likes urgency. God likes when we do hard work. God also likes when we rest. God created us. So every aspect of our life, God is involved. He's not upset at you that you're busy, but he wants attention. He would like for you to pay attention to the ways in which he's around you, to the ways in which he can make your busy life feel even more efficient and even more greater. Because God has the power to slow your life down. So sometimes I move slower, but I'm still moving fast. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I'm doing things, but I'm not doing it out of hastiness or out of, oh, I have to do this. I have to. It's like, no, I get to do this because God has allowed me to do this and God is using me to do this. Like it's different. It's coming from a different place. Do y'all hear the conversations we having? And the brother asked earlier, $100 to talk about what? To talk about God, man. To talk about God and how he can use us. So if you want to grow closer to God as a busy person, you got to understand that he's there. He's there. No matter where you are, he's there. Whether you're busy, whether you're still. But what you need to do is create time for those two things. We should all be urgent in here. We should not be wasting time. On top of that, we also need to know when to slow down. We also need to know when to rest. God wants us to do both. So don't just be busy, busy, busy. Make time for rest. Make time for rest. Arch by Beware. I always say that I'm so grateful that I don't have to worry about God misunderstanding me because he knows me. Right. Right. He knows you, all of you, and he loves and accepts you. And that's the thing. Like some people think that God doesn't have an, like I was speaking to somebody and it's going to sound sad at first, but I was able to help him with this. And he's in the chosen ones. And he's going to join the brotherhood. So I get a DM from this guy and he says, I have a lust problem. And of course I'm keeping his name confidential. If you in the brotherhood, you'll get to know who he is. You know, he'll be able to tell his story, but I'll tell his story for you without saying his name out of respect. He said, I have a lust problem and I feel that God has ran out of forgiveness for me. I feel like God doesn't love me. And I corrected him so quick. As soon as I got that DM, I corrected him so quick. I said, God is eternal. His forgiveness is eternal and his love is eternal. God is an eternal being. There's no way he ran out of love for you. There's no way. It's impossible. Like God doesn't run out. Y'all hearing me? Yeah, amen in the chat again, man. Amen in the chat again. I told him, I said, God does not run out. I don't care how far back you think you are. When you know the right way, turn back around. That's all. When you know the right way, turn back around. So what Arch by Beware is saying, and this is what I'm saying, didn't I say there's purpose-driven women on here? As men, y'all need to, hey man, listen, man. I don't know if she got somebody. Look how she thinking. This the type of women that exists. I don't need y'all saying, oh, women this, women that. We got purpose-driven women in the world. Y'all pay some respect to these women. We got women in here that's locked in, y'all. Y'all need to put y'all number in here or something. Okay, come on now. But what I'm saying is, she understands. She understands. God knows you. And because he knows you, he loves you. You don't have to be perfect to be in God's good graces. A righteous man falls down 7 times, but he gets back up 8. That's what God said. God said a righteous man falls down 7 times, but he's getting back up 8 times. So a righteous man is a trying man. Y'all hear me? A righteous man is a trying man. A righteous man is a man that tries. A righteous woman is a woman that tries. Because the more you try, the closer you get, the better you get, the more perfect you are able to be. You're being made perfect. You're not perfect, but you're being made perfect by following God's lead, because God is perfection. So if you're learning from perfection, eventually you'll be made perfect. You'll be made perfect. But we're not perfect right now. It takes time, right? So give yourself some grace. And that's what I told him. He had a whole light bulb switch. He said, nobody ever told me that before. I never thought of it that way. And it's like, that's what I love to hear. That I love to hear that I'm able to say, and I give the glory to God, that God is using me to say things that y'all probably never considered before. And I like that it's simple. God is eternal, so his qualities, right? God is love. So if God is love and God is eternal, his love is eternal. So he will always forgive you. Now, that doesn't mean that you abuse his grace or abuse his forgiveness. Don't abuse his love, right? When somebody loves us unconditionally, we shouldn't abuse that. We should try to do right by that. But I'm just saying, you don't have to be perfect, because he knows you. He knows you. Because he knows you, he loves you. There's no misunderstandings, right? Yeah, to me, it's called the present moment, because to me, the present moment is a gift. So it's a present. I think that the gift that God gives us, the gift that God keeps on giving us, is life. So the fact that we're in the present moment, that's the gift. That's the gift. That is the gift. That is the gift. Let's see. Greatest artist ever. Amen. Amen. Look at this. I love that we talking about God, man. I love that we talking about God. So we had a super sticker. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate your donation. Thank you so much. Let's see. Right. Don't join OF. God is watching. Right, bro. Like, it's getting crazy out here, man. It's getting crazy out here. It's gonna keep you trapped. Exactly. Come on, he for sure spent 100 on some shoes that already went dirty this year. And it's the thing, it's just the mindset. Like, and listen, I don't ever expect y'all to support anything that I do. That's not an expectation. I got love for y'all. I just expect y'all to change y'all life. But it's my responsibility as a creator. I'm a content creator, entrepreneur, to create things that I know can get you from one point to another. If I'm not doing that, then I'm not doing my purpose. It don't matter if it's just one person that signs up. I have to do that. I have to do my purpose. I have to create something that I believe is affordable for people to be a part of and get great value from. That's my job. Like, people mad at me for doing my job, and it's like, my job is to get people from one point to another point. So if they want to work closer with me, I have to eat food. There has to be a price point. And we know how human beings work. If we don't put money into something, we don't take it serious. I dropped 700 videos on YouTube. I have people who's commenting. They're saying, bro, I fell off your videos and my life fell off. I should have kept watching. If that person paid 100 to lock in with me for a month, he wouldn't have fell off. I'm sorry. That's just how we're wired. When things are free, we don't care. Like, I would make it free, but y'all wouldn't care. Let's just be honest. Like, let's be real, bro. When you're invested, you care. So then you're able to actually change your life. Everything can't be free. You don't even care if it's free. People go and people want Louis Vuitton. People want Gucci. Why do people want all these expensive stuff? Because it ain't free. If it was free, nobody want it. If Nike was $10, y'all wouldn't want it. It's unfortunate that we think that way, but that's how we think. The more invested you are in something, the more you're able to have action and change your life. That's why people who's in the chosen ones, they told me they need help breaking free from lust. They're making progress because they're invested. I still drop lust videos on YouTube. I don't go as deep, of course, because YouTube is free, but people not actually applying the information because they're not investing. But we think everything that we got to invest in is a scam. No, I don't scam. I believe in God. I believe in God, and I believe if I did that, He will punish me. I fear God more than I care about money. Y'all don't even know, bro. I don't even have a car, bro. Did y'all know that? I purposely don't have a car. I'm saving money. Me and my wife are saving money. I don't have a car yet. I take Ubers, I take the bus, and I walk. That's me being vulnerable with y'all. Malik don't have a car. Now you know. That's why I never film in my car. Everything's not money. Everything is God. Everything is God. Like, I don't have no car yet. I'm trying to get a car soon, but bro, like, I'm cool walking. I'm not afraid to say that. I walk. And I'm saving my money because I want a kid one day. So I'm saving my money and I walk. I'm gonna get a car when I'm ready to get a car. Nobody gonna force me into a car. I'm not ready for a car. That's another expense. I need to be ready. That's called sacrifice. That's called investing and making the right. Come on, man. Like, I'm saying a lot of people don't really know. I be living frugal. You know, I be chilling, bro. Like, I don't buy much. When I got 100,000 on YouTube, I bought like a nice little chain for myself. Y'all might see the chain in the video. Something, you got to treat yourself. Get something you always wanted when you accomplish something great. I live in a nice apartment, but I'm not adding on extra expensive. I don't got no car right now. Purposely, I'm trying to stack before I add on a car note. Talk to me about sacrifice. We can go there. I bought cameras before I bought all. You add up all my cameras. I could have got a car. I could have got a car, but I invested in this channel. I could have got a car. But because I didn't get a car, y'all know me. Y'all know Purpose Driven. Because I invest in merch. Because I invest in my dreams. I invest in books. I invest to learn, bro. I do what I'm telling you to do. That I do it. I don't spend my money on things I don't need. The bus is free. Uber, you pay money, but it ain't no car note. I'm not going places like that. So, I hope to get a car soon, but bro, listen, everything you see online, people who act like they balling, they ain't balling, bro. My money is in investments. My money is in the savings. My money is working for me. I'm gonna get a car when I'm comfortable. That's called sacrifice. That's big boy. That's big man game. That's big man game. I'm not trying to keep up with the Joneses. I ain't trying to just pull up and, oh yeah, look at me. I don't care. I don't care. Y'all invest in yourselves. Y'all who get my book, y'all who about to be in the brotherhood, bro. The money go right back to the channel, bro. I barely buy stuff for myself. My wife has to drag me out and say, listen, go get something for yourself. But that's me though. You don't have to be like me, but that's how much I'm willing to invest in myself to the point where I'm delaying the things that I want. Of course I want a car, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to force it. It has to make sense and it has to make financial sense. For now, I'm Ubering. Like, we don't know sacrifice. We think we got to keep up with the Joneses and yeah, man, Purpose Driven, no car. Now y'all know. That's like, come on, man. Like, life is what you make it. Everybody gets to make decisions. When people say they broke and then they don't got no money, you gotta look at your spending habits. I have no car. I don't have no car. I'm living just fine. I'm good. I'm gonna get a car when I'm ready. And I'm not saying that so y'all can say, oh, good on you. No, everybody got their own life, but this is what I'm doing with my life. This is what I'm doing with my life. I'm trying to do things on my own time. You got people in here, y'all probably still live with your parents. That's good. Save your money. Get out when you're ready. It's good to get out. When you live on your own, I live on my own. You live on your own, that's great. Save your money though. Don't force things. When I get a car, I want to be able to get the car that I want because I sacrificed years of not going out and getting it. I want to be able to say, I want that one. What's the price? Okay, cool. Because of sacrifice, because of years where I didn't have one. And if I do have one, I'm cool with getting like a Nissan, a Toyota. I don't care about name brands. I just need the car to work. I was in a Toyota the other day. That Toyota was, I was in like a Toyota Uber. Sometimes I just be Ubering so I can see different car types and see what I like. I'm like, hey, this Toyota nice. You know, this Toyota nice. Like, we don't need to always have the fanciest things. What we need is education. What we need is to invest in ourselves because that's what's going to make us millions one day. That's how I think. That's how I think. I could get a car right now, but to me, it's not worth it. Just because you can do something don't mean you need to do it. Just because you could buy some new shoes, rock out with the shoes you got. Just keep stacking. Have discipline. So when I tell y'all to be disciplined, bro, come on, we got to be disciplined. Like, I'm doing everything I tell y'all. I would never tell nobody to do something I'm not doing. Point blank, period. I would never tell y'all to do something I'm not doing. So now y'all know. Purpose driven, he's stacking so he could get the car that he really wants. That's called sacrifice. That's called discipline. If I could get on the bus, you can get on the bus. If I can walk, you can walk. If I can invest in myself, you can invest in. You think this was cheap? No, but I don't got no car, so I could buy a camera. It's like, come on, like, if you have a dream, you gotta go get that dream. You gotta go get that dream. I don't feel like I'm missing out on nothing. My life is good. I practice gratitude. I'm good. We always think we need more. The one thing you can't get enough of, though, is education. Always educate yourself. Always get more. And y'all gonna see when I get my car one day, I'm gonna post it. Y'all gonna see. And the ones in this live stream, the ones who's in it, y'all know. Y'all the only ones that know. Because I got love for y'all. I'm trying to teach y'all something. You don't always have to flex. I could have flexed. I could have went and got it and put myself in debt. I could have got a car and yeah, I got this nice car, but I'm actually in debt. I'm trying to do it the right way. When I post about my car, I'm going to let y'all know I sacrificed and I did it the right way. And I did it the right way. You feel what I'm saying? I'm real, man. Like, I'm a real human being. Like you feel me, bro? I make sacrifices too. I don't always get to have the nicest stuff, but I work hard. I don't know how much money y'all think content creators make. Content creators ain't really balling like that. Everybody not balling like that, but I'm gonna always keep it real with y'all. I live comfortable, but I also don't complain about life. I practice gratitude. So the truth is, I actually don't know how comfortable I am. I'm just grateful that I'm alive. If God wake me up the next morning, I feel like I'm rich. But I work hard for everything I got. You got to do the same. You got to keep hustling. You got to keep grinding. You got to keep focused. You got to keep locking in. And we just going to keep elevating. You don't gotta act like you got it all together for nobody else. No, just make money for you and your family. Do it the right way. Do it the legal way. You know what I'm saying? Like, do God's work. God gonna take care of you. God gonna take care of me. He's been taking care of me so far. He's gonna continue to take care of me. Remember what I said, y'all. Just because you can do something, just because I could go get a car right now, don't mean I'm gonna go get a car right now. It don't mean I'm gonna go get a car right now. I'm Ubering until I'm ready to make a commitment. Because one thing I don't like to do, I don't like to be late on things. I like to make sure I'm making my payments, and I'm a man of honor and integrity and righteousness. So if I'm on a contract, I'm gonna pay that. You know, but it gotta make sense. So that's me being vulnerable with y'all. That's me being vulnerable. That's me telling y'all the truth. You know, that's the type of man I am. You got to be a man of integrity and honor. You don't got to have it all together, but you got to be on the process of figuring it out. Here we go. You got to sacrifice something if you want something. They call it a trade-off. It's economics. What do you really want? I said, I really want to invest in my YouTube channel. I really want to invest in my dream. And I really want to make sure that my wife is, and me, that we're comfortable in our apartment and we feel good and we feel safe. That's what I really want. So that's what you put your money towards. I want to make sure that we able to have groceries every single month. So when we're ready, then we gonna get the other things. Then we gonna get the nice things. I'm gonna put y'all on something else. Me and my wife, we got married last year. We doing our honeymoon a year later. We trying to do our honeymoon this year. We didn't do a honeymoon yet. Sacrifices. We still ain't do our honeymoon. We about to do it this year because we trying to do it right. It ain't about just doing it. We could have done it last year. You could always do something, but is it the right time? Are you in the position to? So we're gonna do our honeymoon this year. You feel what I'm saying? Sacrifices. My wife and I, we know how to sacrifice to get the things that we really want in life. Do you know how to sacrifice? And I mean that. I don't mean that in a bad way. You have to answer that question. The more you sacrifice, the more blessings you have. Why? He already told us how life is going to be. The more you on that cross, the more you give up, the more you sacrifice, the more you resurrect. Come on, man. The more you sacrifice, the more you sacrifice, the more you get, the better you get. The holier you get, the better you get, the more closer to God you get, the more you give away, the more you don't worry about money, the more money you get, the more faith you have. Come on, man. Y'all, this is the game. Jesus already showed us that life is about sacrifice. He came to earth to sacrifice. That's it. He came to earth. And we don't want to sacrifice nothing. We don't want to sacrifice nothing. My wife and I sacrificed our honeymoon so we could have a savings account. A honeymoon. I've known her half my life. We got married at the court. We didn't have no wedding. We got married at the court. We did all of this from the gutter. Me and my wife, we did all of this from the gutter. Nobody gave us a handout. Sacrifices. You looking at a future millionaire because I know how to sacrifice. I'm trying to teach y'all something. Everybody want a fancy wedding. Everybody want a honeymoon, and then they go broke. Everybody want the newest car, and then they go broke. Y'all want to talk about financial discipline? Let's go there. Let's talk about it. Y'all want to talk about what do I get paying $100 at the Brotherhood? Let's talk about it. This is the game you get. Sacrifices. Me and my wife, we doing our honeymoon this year. It was supposed to be last year. After the wedding, we didn't have no wedding. We sacrificed it. Don't come to me talking about sacrifice. Don't come to me talking about what should I spend my money on, bro? What am I gonna get? Okay, y'all gotta know who y'all talking to. Maybe I need to tell my story more. We sacrificed the car. We sacrificed the wedding. We sacrificed the honeymoon. We still sacrificing because that's what life is. The more you sacrifice, the more blessings you get. The less I have, the richer I feel. I'm trying to put y'all on game, bro. I'm trying to put y'all on game. The less I have, the richer I feel. My closet is not too big. My closet is not that big. I got rid of 80% of my clothes. I don't need all that stuff. All my clothes about to just be purpose-driven stuff. I got a couple polos, sometimes you got to pop out and show them, bro, I try to keep it humble, bro. I try to keep it chill, bro. But that's how you make $1 million. Sacrifice. Don't get no DoorDash, man. Go buy some chicken and eggs and rice and cook it. We quick to spend money on things that don't give us value. Why? It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. So I'm telling y'all this because I know y'all understand what I'm saying. I know y'all understand sacrifices. I know y'all get my point. Y'all sacrifice y'all evening to be on this live stream and learn something and grow and evolve. That's sacrifice. You could have been watching TV. You could have been watching Netflix. Instead, you here. Instead, I know some of y'all that do DoorDash. I spoke to one of y'all today, my homie. I ain't gonna say no name. That's his story to tell. But he said he DoorDashing. so he could be part of the brotherhood. Like, people are sacrificing. I respect y'all. Y'all, people are sacrificing. He like, man, I'm door dashing right now, man. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. I'm door dashing right now. I'm trying to stack up this money. I'm trying to get my life right. I'm trying to stack up this money and get my life right. I respect that, man. People, we shouldn't be ordering DoorDash like that. I'm not saying you can't order it. I'm just saying we need to be door dashing. Sometimes we need to sacrifice. We need to put that work in. You know what I'm saying? Fact. And they don't even be paying Dashers a good way. I feel like, man, I feel like the minimum wage got to go up, because how the minimum wage staying the same, but then you charging more for everything? That don't make sense to me. How is America doing that? This is not sustainable. This is not sustainable. But that's exactly why I sacrificed some of the things that I wanted near and dear. The average wedding cost $30,000. I did not have that last year. I just graduated college. I'm starting this from the ground up. If I give away $30,000, what do I have left for my future son or my future daughter? What do I have? We have to think like that. Instead of me spending that on a wedding, I spent it on the dream. I spent it on purpose driven. I spent it on that. On the dream. So God keeping me chill. But when I see people complaining, it's one thing to say, hey, I don't want to be part of what you got going on, bro. I don't find the value. That's cool. You don't find the value in it. That's cool. That's cool. You ain't even try it, but that's cool. But for somebody to say, what are we going to be speaking about for $100 a month when I sacrificed a wedding so I can help y'all? It's disrespectful. Just say no. You don't got to say, what are we going to talk about, bro? I sacrificed a car so I could get this desk and this laptop. This is a laptop. This is money. This is the dream. Don't ever step to me about sacrifices, bro. Just know Malik sacrifice. All I spend my money on is investments. Investing in myself, investing in stocks, investing in books, investments. And investing in my degree, in investments. All I do is invest. All I do is invest. So I understand. I know sometimes we don't want to invest in ourselves because we think it's a loss. We don't think it's a gain. But I invested in my degree and it gave me communication skills. I invested in my camera and it allowed me to make YouTube videos each and every single day to help and reach God's people. I invested in merchandise so people could wear something that they feel good in. I invested in the live stream. In order to have this live stream, this costs money every month. This is a live stream software so y'all can see the comments on the screen so y'all can have a better live stream experience. I invested in this microphone last month. Y'all know we never had this microphone. This is new. I invested in that. All the super chats, all the donation, all the chosen ones, brand new microphone. I invest. So again, this is a principle that we need to understand. You don't have to invest with me. Buy a book. Go to Barnes & Noble and buy a book. I want you to invest in yourself this weekend. I want y'all to buy a book this weekend. You could join the chosen one. That's fine. Of course, I prefer y'all to work with me. I love working. I love working for y'all. But buy a book. Go to Barnes & Noble and buy a book. Go buy some apples. Go buy some healthy food. Invest in your health. Go buy something for you. When is the last time you truly bought something that was going to give you a return? That was going to give you a return. I want to see y'all win. But we don't invest no more. We don't invest in ourselves. We think we investing in ourselves because we getting a haircut or we getting our hair done. Like we think that getting our hair done is an investment. Or we think that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that you're not supposed to look good. I ain't saying that you can't get no haircut. Yes, get a haircut. Yes, that is an investment. But what about your knowledge? What about your brain? That's an investment too. When the last time you invested in your brain? So that's what's really going to get you to the next level, understanding what you're doing, right? My wife, what did she do? I like to have this way better. I ain't gonna lie. She got a, my bad, yo. She got a degree in business. So my wife manages the money, right? My wife, every time we get paid, she manages the money. She makes sure that we not spending it on stupid things. She makes sure that we sacrificing enough to, of course, make it to the next month and keep stacking it and save up. So she's using her degree with the business degree. I'm using my degree. We're just doing our best. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's a lot that I want to teach y'all about finances, bro. It's a lot that I want to teach y'all about putting your money in things that will work for you and using it the right way. The brotherhood gonna know about it though. The brotherhood gonna know about it. Chosen ones gonna know about it. You know, but the brotherhood, man, y'all gonna know about it, bro. Like, I'm gonna let y'all know who I am. Like, of course, y'all know me, but y'all probably learned a lot about me today. Yeah, yeah, y'all learned a lot about me today. You know, I'm a genuine person, man. Like, it's not about having it all together. It's not about being looking like you the richest. We're trying to reach generational wealth. Generational wealth is silent. You know, generational wealth is silent. You know, I might pop out and I might get I might see me in a little jewelry or something. You should always treat yourself like I said, but it's not about being the loudest in the room. It's about being the smartest in the room. It's about being the smartest in the room because they can take everything away from you, y'all. And y'all know who they is. There's the same way we believe in God. Some people believe in the devil. Remember that. They can take everything away from you. They can't take this away from you. They can't take this away from you, and they can't take your relationship with God away from you. You feel what I'm saying? Stay blessed. Prosperity from Jay Wright, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Much love to you, man. God bless you, bro. Jay Righteous, man. God bless you, man. God bless you, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Someone said people would spend 100 plus on one night out. Honestly, I'm saying, man, like, and that's cool. They could do that, bro. I'm not ever gonna convince nobody what to do with their money. That ain't my money, but I know what I'm gonna bring to the table. You know, if only one person had bought my book, even though thousands of people have bought it, I appreciate y'all. If only one person bought it, I'm happy, bro. I mean that. I'm happy. I'm happy, man, that I was able to help change one person's life. I like to work with the people who want to work with me, and I like to serve people who's here. So 84 people in the live. I'm not worried about the fact that, oh, why don't we have 1,000 people in here? Why don't we have 100 people? No, we have 86, and I care about this 86. That's it. That's the type of person I am. I accept reality, and I do the best that I can with the reality that I have. And I think that's a lesson that we could definitely learn and grow with. 100 is nothing in comparison to what we waste on intangibles that don't benefit them. We need to elevate our minds and stop thinking so small and being critical of those serving others. You know, Tiffany Smith, you said it. You said it, but you know, when every time you offer something, there's going to be critical. I remember when I wrote the book, someone said, "Oh my gosh, you selling out." I said, "How am I selling out for writing a book?" I'm like, man, I have a degree. I want to use my degree. I want to write a book. I want to educate people. What do you mean I'm selling out? How am I selling out for being I'm selling out for being an author? I remember that. And I never forgot that. And I was like, oh my gosh, people actually think that when you make money the right way, that you're still evil because people think money is evil. That's why people have a bad relationship with money. Money is neutral. People are either good or evil. People are either going to use that money for good or evil. So I wrote a book and someone said I sold out. For writing a book, I could have let that discourage me, but I didn't. I kept going. And I know people that was going to get the book. They were going to benefit from the book. The reason I wrote the book, and the book's only 100 pages. This is no offense, by the way. People don't read past school. That's not our fault because school does not teach us to continue educating ourselves outside of school. So we think that once we graduate school, that we know all that there is to life. No, life has just begun. So I wrote this book, and it's a smaller book, so people could read it in a day or two. And I still got people saying I read a chapter a day. This is still hard for people to read. Not in a bad way, but in a way where they have to rewire their brain to say, hey, we're starting to read again. You know? So you can do things with good intentions, but people are always going to find something wrong. Like when you guys go after your dreams, just understand that people are always going to find something wrong. It don't matter what you do. It don't matter what you say. It don't matter how you say it. People are always going to find something wrong with how you choose to live your life and express yourself and what you choose to go after when it comes to your goals and dreams. And what I have to say to that is do it anyways. because you still have a job to do, and you still have people to serve, and you still have a mission and purpose. Okay. So let's see. This is from MDs. I appreciate you. I'm giving it my all, not for myself, but for the people who have no one else, doing my best to give hope to those in need. I've emailed you. Remember the logo. I will remember the logo. And I'll tell you this, that's the same reason I do it for too, man. Like, I'm just trying to give people hope because this world wants us to be hopeless. Look at the world. Look at the things that we're dealing with. Look at the economy. Look at all of that. We need encouragement, and we need people who's actually stepping up and creating things that can help people and further people's life. And instead of me looking around for somebody else to do it, like if somebody else was doing purpose driven, or if somebody else was doing it the way that I would do it, like, or that I'm doing it, I probably wouldn't be here. You know, I would just support somebody who's doing it. But when somebody's doing it, man, like, I had to step up because I'm like, I don't see nobody doing this. I don't see nobody talking about motivation, but also doing it from a perspective of bringing up God every chance they get. You know who I like? Myron Golden. If you guys ever get a chance, I don't know if you guys know him. Look for Myron Golden. Myron Golden, just a great guy. You know what I'm saying? Just a God-fearing, good man teaching people about entrepreneurship and locking in. That's a name that I've heard and I've seen his content is great. He's an older gentleman. Like, I just, you know, who else? Eric Thomas. Thank you to Eric Thomas for all the work he has done. That was one of the first motivational speakers that woke me up. And he said, you got to want it as bad as you want to breathe. That's the first time I heard that. Eric Thomas, man. Eric Thomas. Like, I give credit and I give support to people who are doing God's work, but it ain't a lot of us. It's not a lot of us, you know, and that's why we have to step up. And the whole point of y'all being on this channel is so y'all could be leaders too. Like, I don't look at y'all as numbers. I look at y'all as human beings who are leaders, and I actually want you guys to hopefully one day create something of your own. When you see me write a book, that's not so you can just buy my book. That's so you can know that you can write a book. I do things so you know that you can do it. I'm not on YouTube and holding up this plaque saying, thank you for 100,000 subscribers. Thank you for 200. We about to do a 300,000 live because we almost there. I'm not on YouTube to just be like, thank you. No, I'm on YouTube so you can be on YouTube because someone did that for me. I saw someone make it on YouTube and I'm like, okay, if he can do it, I can do it. I'm not doing it for me. Y'all need to look at me as the blueprint and do it. That's what the brotherhood is about. Maybe, just maybe, I'm trying to get y'all here. I don't know. Just maybe if you just invest a little bit, you know, I'm trying to give y'all the game. That's what God told me to do. I don't want all this. Why do I have all this wisdom for if I can't share it? Who am I? I'm one person. We gotta get this wisdom out. I made it on YouTube so people can make it on YouTube. That's what you do when you make it, especially when you look like me. You need to go back and you need to help your people. You need to help your community, man. I don't know what y'all think this is. I don't know if y'all think this for its and giggles. This is to help and give back. Everything you see me do, you can do. I wrote a book so y'all can know that you can write a book about your story. Whatever you've been through, start writing on your iPhone. That's how it starts. I opened up my phone and I started writing my book on my notes. Before I even knew about writing books, I started writing my story. That's why I tell y'all to journal, because you could turn your journaling into a book one day. People need to hear your story. People need to hear your testimony. It's not that hard to make a book. Y'all need to make books. Y'all need to start YouTube channels. Y'all need to get started with y'all dreams. I don't know what y'all want to do, but I need y'all to start. I need y'all to begin. And I know that y'all at a good place because I'm going to motivate you to be on your purpose each and every single day. Each and every single day. All right. So I'm trying to get y'all the game. Like I went to college for 4 years. I would love to teach y'all communication skills. Where the questions at? You know, hey Malik, how do I communicate? Where's the investment at? If someone's investing $300,000 to go to school, and they trying to teach you what they know, and you got to pay $100 a month, that ain't bad. You're gonna get a 4-year degree, bro. You might as well have graduated from my college because I'm about to give you the game. I'm about to teach you how to communicate. I'm about to teach you how to be an entrepreneur. I'm about to teach you how to break free from lust. I'm about to teach you about the things that you need to know to elevate and evolve your life. Chosen ones know. Brotherhood about to know. Like, that's what we have to do. And if you not in this world, I'm not saying that you got to do what I'm doing, but what I'm saying is this: whenever you make it somewhere, leave the door open for people who are coming behind you. I'm not going to be on earth forever. And I know this. I'm 23, but I know I'm not going to be on earth forever. I have an urgency with me. Like, somebody's going to come after me and somebody's going to do what I'm doing right now and do it even better. But I'm at least sparking the mind. I'm at least talking to that future person. You might be 18 watching me right now. You might be 17. You can do this. You can inspire people. You can motivate people. But you first got to do it for yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Like y'all can do anything y'all put your mind to. And we acting like it's not possible no more because we not kids no more. I don't care, man. I don't care how this world tried to change you. I know you still got that dream. Go after it. I'm going to be the one to remind you about that dream. That's all I'm trying to do. Ooh, somebody book get here tomorrow. Woo-hoo-hoo. My book gets here tomorrow. Let's go, man. Due to my health conditions, I haven't been able to work a year and a half now. So sorry to hear that, brother. So sorry to hear that, brother. God made it possible for me to get a lawyer for my case, keep my phone and the book. Let's go, man. Let's go. That's good, man. That's good. Now the book is going to help you, bro. The book is going to help you, man. It's going to help you. You know, it's going to help you, bro. And remember, the things that we go through, at the end of the day, those things make us better. Those things make us greater. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And the fact that you still here, the fact that you thriving, the fact that you on this live stream, the fact that you invested in yourself, bro, and come on, bro. Like, that's called testimony. That's called testimony, man. That inspires me. And you get that lawyer on your case, you gonna come up on some money too. God bless you, man. Hey, that's amazing, man. That's amazing. What's your opinion on facial hair and how it ties into society views as masculine on one scale and not acceptable to get into certain fields, politics, military, etc., and also Bible relevance? This is a great question. So, to me, facial hair makes it, especially nowadays, okay, and I don't mean however you identify and all that. I don't have no disrespect towards nobody, towards no community. YouTube, please don't cancel me. I'm a good person. So, or I'm trying to be a good person, you know, as when you walk the faith, ain't nobody really good, but we're trying to be good. So when you get a beard, right? Two things happen. First off, your look totally changes. So that's true. But second off, we know you a man. That's my point. When you get a beard, we know for certain. I'm talking about full beard. I'm talking about full beard. When you get a beard, we know you a dude. So for me, right, a beard is important because I need people to know who I am when I walk in the room. I'm a masculine man. I'm a traditional man, not traditional in the sense where I think women shouldn't work and stuff. No, women can work. Women can work. Women can work and make their own money, make their own bag. Get to it, queen. We love you. But I believe that if a man is in a position to take care of a woman, he does so. That's what I believe. I'm not a 50-50 dude. Okay. Maybe that's part of the reason why we sacrifice, because I like to, you know, provide for my woman. Now, my woman is still part of the business though. So I'm a king, but my queen, she still helped run Purpose Driven. She helps a lot. She helps a lot. And she encourages your boy. So I can't do it without her, you know? But the point that I'm saying is, when you have a beard, bro, you a man. You a man's man. And I'm not saying if you don't have no beard, you're not no man. You still a man if you don't got no beard. Okay, look at Superman, look at Batman, look at all the superheroes. They don't got no beard, but we know they men and they saving people and they helping people. But I just know for certain when you do have a beard, it's undeniable that you are a man because you have a beard, right? Because you have a beard. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why I grew my beard. The second reason is this: in scripture, there's a story. There's a story. My bad, little stuffy. When you talk for a long time, sometimes your nose get a little stuffy. There's a story in the Bible. I believe that King David had an army of men, and the army of men tried to come back to Israel. And King David said, "Don't come back because they shaved your beards. And when you come back home, nobody's going to respect you guys. You know, you guys look like little boys. Wait in the wilderness, grow your beard back, and then you guys can come back home." That's what King David said. By the way, my name is King David, right? My name is Malik David Lewis. Malik means king. So my name is King David. So I love King David, and I listen to, you know, the stories of King David in scripture. King David told the men not to come home because their beard, think about it. These men at war, you fighting that war, you trying to come back home, man. You trying to see your wife. You probably got kids. You trying to eat some food. King David said, "Hey boy, go back to the wilderness until your beard come back." So beards traditionally, every man had one, bro. Like every man, bro. And I'm just a traditional dude. I don't care about corporate. I don't care what the military say. It's I'll call religious exemption. I need to grow my beard. So I grow my beard for faith reasons. And I just feel like it connects me further with God because it teaches me patience. Everybody's beard, this is the third reason why I grew a beard. So the first reason is so people know that I'm definitely a man, okay? And I want to be identified as a man. I'm a man, so I grow my beard for that. Y'all know we in different times. That's okay, but I'm a man. The second thing is religious reasons, right? There's the scripture that proves that men who have beard, they tend to be more respected, right? Okay. Okay. Now, if you don't have a beard, people should still respect you. But historically, men who have beards tend to garner more respect. Okay. Remember, I'm answering the question. People probably wondering why he talking about beard. Somebody asked about beards. Okay. I'm just answering the question thoroughly. The third reason why, and the most important, is because I'm gonna be myself, bro. I'm not gonna let corporate dictate what naturally grows out my face. So the third reason why, to be honest with you, I just don't have time to keep on shaving, man. I just can't do it, bro. I gotta work, man. I drop a video every day on YouTube. I don't got no time for that. That takes too much work, man. So I just grow my beard because it's gonna grow back anyways. And then you keep cutting your beard, and then it keep growing back, and you itching it, and then you cut it, and then it keep growing back. So it just wants to grow. So just grow it. Like that's your face. Some men still don't know how their face look like. They don't got no beard. Now, I'm not saying that you have to have a beard. I'm just saying I don't want to keep shaving my beard if it's going to keep growing back. You telling me that I keep shaving something that keep growing back. If we ain't talking about underarms and we ain't talking about down there, we talking about right here, man. Listen, man, that's my beard. Okay. And then the fourth thing, because this was a point I was going to make. A beard teaches you patience. Everybody has an ugly stage. Hear me out. Everybody has an ugly stage, whether you growing out your hair. That's why I grow out my hair. It teaches me patience. I remember when I had no hair. Now I know that my hair is long. It's unbelievable how we got here. It teaches me patience. So I grow my hair out for patience. It teaches me to be a patient man. I don't grow my hair out just to look cool. Again, sometimes I don't know what y'all be thinking about me. I'm not saying y'all think anything bad about me, but everybody has their own ideas of why people do what they do. Malik grows his hair to learn patience. That is the only reason. I do things that have a purpose. So I grow my beard to learn patience. Because hair, when you're growing it out, it got an ugly stage. It got an ugly, especially when you black and you know it's small. I don't think it's ugly, but we call it the ugly stage. It's not ugly though. It's just a baby stage. And then you see it mature and grow. The same as life. Your beard gonna grow at first and it's gonna be patchy, you know, even more patchy than this. It's gonna be, see, look, I still got patch. I have to learn patience. This has to look like this at some point. We're not there yet, but I have to be patient. So we got men, they keep cutting their beard because their beard don't grow in full. Well, how's it gonna grow in full if you never grow your beard? That's why I grow my beard, for those 4 to 5 reasons. And that's the reason I'm probably gonna have it for life. The next reason is, would y'all take me as serious? Y'all know I'm 23 and I don't got no beard. Think about that too, bro. Think about that too, bro. Y'all would really start realizing, man, he's 23, man. What he know? But I get my wisdom from God. It's like, I know, but you also need people to respect you. Like, I'm still a man, bro. I don't care how young I am. I'm a man, bro, and I hold my own. You know what I'm saying? So it's respect is important to me, and I'm gonna get my respect the same way I respect people. You know. So think about growing a beard. Think about growing a beard. It comes with some benefits. Some people think I'm 30. You know. I was drinking before I was 21 because I had a beard. I'm just being honest, bro. Go to restaurants. They asked me what drink I want. I said, shoot, I'll try this one. You think okay, cool. So it come with some benefits, man. Come with some benefits, man. But yeah, appreciate y'all for listening to all that. That's a lot, but appreciate y'all. Let's see. Yeah, taking care of yourself. Yeah. Even if you're doing it alone, it's a beautiful thing, ain't it? It's beautiful. Let's see. Hello, Malik. What brand of protein do you recommend for a woman as a beginner? Babe, what protein you recommend for women? What protein you recommend for women? That right? Hello, Malik. What brand of protein do you recommend for a woman as a beginner? What protein you recommend for women as a beginner? Like a protein powder or like just protein? Yeah. Yeah. So what my wife and I do nowadays is we eat like animal based products, so we eating our chicken and steak and lamb and fish and stuff. But she said look for something with my wife said look for something with clean ingredients. Okay. So as long as it's clean, you should be fine. But I do prefer to eat protein though. Like I don't take protein powder. I used to, but now I just eat it. Now I just eat. Oh, talking about eating. Then I ain't eat all day, huh? Man, y'all, I didn't eat all day, y'all. I know y'all gonna be mad at me. You gonna be like, what? Malik didn't eat? Bro, I'll be telling y'all, bro, sacrifice, bro. We got food, but I do OPAD. I do one meal a day. And I work and then I eat. Do not do this right away. You will pass out, bro. Make sure you have electrolytes. Make sure you drinking water. I have not eaten today. I just noticed that. I've been working all day, bro. Oh my gosh. That's crazy though, huh? It's 9. No, I'm eating for sure. I'm gonna eat my boy Bill. Yeah, I'm gonna eat after this live stream. All right, so here's what we're gonna do, y'all. I'm gonna answer one more question and then let's see. I know a lot of y'all had questions. How to master loneliness or solitude. It's time for community. It's time for community. I would say mastering it is building that relationship with God and knowing that you're never truly alone as long as you have God. But it's time. It is time for community though. That's part of why I made the brotherhood too, bro. Because a lot of us are isolated. A lot of us are lonely, and we need to be closer together, especially as men. Like I saw the suicide rates for this. I ain't saying you. I know you. I know you straight. I know you good. But the suicide rates for men this year so far is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Why? Because men don't have a sense of community. So when you see stuff like that, you don't just look at those numbers and be like, "Oh my gosh, that's crazy." You do something about it. So I did something about it. We got the brotherhood, man. Join the DM me on Instagram, bro. Join the brotherhood, bro. You don't gotta be lonely. You could chop it up with me every week. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like let's work, bro. Let's chop it up, man. You feel me? Work like it's up to you. Pray like it's up to God. Amen. That's what we do. That's what we do. Oh, we got this person who had this 3-part question. Oh my gosh, I did tell you I was gonna answer it. I despise the lustful people a lot because I despise what I could have become if my sister didn't stop me from playing a P game at 13 or 14 years old. I also despise the fact that they make people the worst versions of themselves while also ruining thoughts and views on sexuality due to the hatred I have for them and my past self. I at times look at lustful content to stoke my negative emotions, primarily hatred. This still persists to this day. It got worse when I lost my somewhat disciplined past self. So okay, I need to know how to not use my screen to just rot in a worse way than I already do by just doing pointless things. Okay. 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 This is a good question. Awareness. Awareness. That's our gift from God. Being aware. You got to be aware of yourself. You got to be aware of your actions and don't have hate in your heart. There's no need to have hate in your heart. Once because when you have hate in your heart, that just it makes you feel so heavy. It makes you feel so heavy. Don't have hate in your heart. Okay? Like forgive. Practice forgiving. Practice forgiving. And you don't forgive for the other person. You forgive so you can free yourself from that imprisonment. You know? Now when we're talking about doing pointless things, it's because you're not aware. So when you're not aware, you can't be purpose driven because you don't do things with a purpose. So in order to do things with a purpose, which you can do today, like this is not something that you stuck in, you can break out of this right now. You use your awareness to help you to do things with a purpose. Use your awareness to help you do things with a purpose. So you have to be aware of your actions and you have to be aware of what your actions are doing or not doing for you. Okay. And as long as you use that awareness, bro, observing yourself, observing your thoughts, observing your emotions, observing the things that you're doing, that's how you're able to change your life. That's how you're able to not do pointless things. Never do something if it has no value. That's what y'all learned today from me. If you take anything away from this today, do things that give back value. Right? Do things that give back value. So be aware of yourself. If you're doing things like blindly, catch yourself. Be like, okay, I was scrolling on TikTok for 15 minutes and I don't even remember what I was watching. Okay, cool. I need to ground myself. I need to breathe and I need to be in the present moment. And I need to be in the present moment. All right. This is a great show for young men and women. Praise God. This is the shift needed in the nation to realign with God. I appreciate you, Malik. May Hashem continue to richly bless your ministry. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Queen. Family still matters. Yes, it does. And with that being said, I think that's how we should end off the live. Here's what we're going to do. I need y'all to type where you're from in the world. Where are you at right now in the world? Where are you located? I want y'all to see how global purpose driven is. I want y'all to see how connected we are, even though the world tries to separate us. I want y'all to see how every country and every nation, how there's people in every state being purpose driven. Let us know where you from. Let us know where you from. Let us know where you from. Let us know where you at right now, man. Let us know where you at right now. What country you in? What state are you in? And I just want y'all to read that as it comes up on the screen. I want y'all to read that because that's your family members scattered all across the world. And when we're on live streams or when I drop a video or when we got the chosen ones or the brotherhood, you are able to connect with these people even further. Look at where y'all are at in the world and look how we still came together on this live today from all across the world. We was all here and we put 3 hours in together. We did that, not me. We did that together. 3-hour live stream, man. Come on now. Family matters. Family still matters. This is the shift. This is the shift. We need a shift in this world. We need a shift in this country. You are the shift. No matter where you're located at, this is the shift that the world needs. People have to be purpose driven. People got to connect with God. People have to lock in. So all I'm asking is this. I'm about to go through my Instagram DMs tonight and tomorrow, okay? Make sure that you DM me brotherhood, all right? Make sure that you DM me the word brotherhood, okay? Brotherhood, 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 brotherhood. DM me the word brotherhood. DM me the word brotherhood, all right? It's time, y'all. It's time for us to lock in. I appreciate y'all so much. 3-hour live stream, we did that, you know? Appreciate all of y'all. Appreciate all of y'all. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a blessed night. I got to eat some food now and spend some time with my wife. This was a good live stream. This was a beautiful live stream. Oh, man, look at that. Look at that. $5 donation from Black Magic. Love you, bro. Hey, I love you too. I love you too. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Y'all have a blessed night. Love y'all so much. God bless.